Philadelphia. I'm Bruce Buffer. It's time for the Anthony Gorgano Show.
Live from the Xfinity studio. Well, all I got to say is one thing. Thank God it's football season. And thank God we got football games coming up, including Eagles on Saturday, preseason, no preseason. Preseason football is 10 times better than watching that dog meat baseball team. What in the world was that yesterday? Another horrendous performance by a team. I mean, I'm looking at their approach to the plate and like, they're just dead. They're dead. They're facing a guy in Leahy yesterday, he started for the Cardinals, who's, if I told you, just, a mediocre to bad right-hander. That, they feast on guys like that. And by the way, the wind was blown out to right, like at a heavy clip. They don't even sniff a home run. They're not even getting close to anything. Their at-bats are so bad. They're just weak at-bats. Looking at them, and they have no energy. They look completely defeated, joyless. And I wanted to celebrate tonight. Tonight's Field of Dreams night. I wanted to talk about the movie. I wanted to talk about, let's go. We're playing in the cornfield. They need to go disappear in the cornfield. There was another scene in the cornfield in a movie, and it was Goodfellas. It was at the end when they beat him with bats and they stuck him in a hole in the cornfield. That's what they need to do to this team. Starting with Donnie Baseball. Has you ever got an interim and replaced the interim manager with another interim? Because his message is dead. Dead. Oh, what a disgusting watch yesterday. I love day baseball. Come home, I got a window. I got a little window. I work with it. I do work at home after the show, and it was great. I love sports on the day. And they're just awful. I mean, just lifeless. Here's what they've done since the All-Star break. You ready? VG and I went over it before the show. We got lose to the Mets. Lose a series to the Mets. Lose a series to the Dodgers. Lose a series to the Yankees. Get swept by the Marlins. Beat the Orioles. Win the series against Washington. Then lose to Toronto. And then they've lost this series against St. Louis. They lost yesterday. They lost that series. They are now 9.5 games behind the Atlanta Braves. 9.5. We, at one point, thought, they're going to win a division. They're now 9. They can't. Atlanta's so far ahead of them, they can't see them. They look like a dot in front of them. They're light years away from the Cubs for the first wild card team, 71-50, the Cubs are. Then it's the Padres. Then the Phillies in Arizona are tied at 64-58. And then just 2.5 games back is the Cardinals. And it's those 5 teams fighting for 3 spots. And then you go through it, and you watch them, and you go, well, wait a second. Look how dead they are. It goes back to how they configured the lineup, how they configured the infield, and the positions that you did whatever you could to get Alec Bohm in the lineup. That he's a pylon on first base, that, God forbid, he gets an extra base hit. I mean, the whole thing is just ridiculous. And if I hear one more talk about an extension for Dombrowski, I'm going to lose my mind. Ridiculous. So they're on the docket today. A lot of fun stuff, though. We will, I promise you, because I do want to talk about the Field of Dreams game. I love that movie. I'm a sucker for baseball and the saccharine nature of baseball. I love it. I love that stuff. So we're going to get into that. We're going to get into, obviously, birds. We got preseason football tonight. And then on Saturday night, Eagles, Ravens. the Eagles' social media, and I want to ask the guys because Danny D is in with us today. I love when Danny D's here. So we have the Eagles yesterday posted on social media about Q. Right on Q was the headline of the post. And it was the letter Q. And it was Quinyon making an interception. Now, people are like up in arms because it showed that Jalen did not throw a good ball. It was not a good ball. I mean, it was an easy play for Q, right? Like, all he did was step in front of the receiver. Like, the ball was just like a mallard. It was like that as it was kind of fluttering in. And Q makes a break on the ball and whatever. I mean, it's practice. That's what happens in practice. It's training camp. So people are freaking out. I don't know, who cares? Like, it's not any big, deep thing against Jalen. It's just what it is. Like, hey, Q made a play. It's in practice, in camp. So if one side of the ball does well, like when you show a clip of Jalen completing the deep ball to Devontae when he comes back and he beats Q, what's the difference? Same thing. So I don't get why this is a controversy. So we got to discuss that because I think that's ridiculous. And then a little bit later on, the Geek will join us. And I'm very excited because Fantasy Football Primer is on the way. So here's your lineup for today. Our buddy Geoff Schwartz is coming up. Danny D, we got Jeff at 9:15. Talk a little ball. EJ, Inside the Birds, and the Geek to give us Fantasy Football Primer. As always, VG, good morning.
I need anything fantasy to get away from these guys. It's just brutal, dude. Like, they're not even, you can't even watch them. It's not
they're all watchable.
I'm getting
Danny,
texts.
good morning.
Good morning, guys. How we doing?
People say I can't watch. These teams just frustrates me. It's not enjoyable. Like, what are we doing to ourselves? It's a beautiful summer afternoon, and we're watching the slop.
I was working.
Runners at school.
I had it on, and I'm locked in.
They got to shake up the lineup. I want Bohm out. They need to send a message.
Tonight we need the children of the corn to come take Mattingly and Bohm, drag them.
Donnie baseball.
Yeah. There's Killer Clown in the corn. One of these horror people got to come out of the corn.
I worked with the Goodfellas in the cornfield.
Yeah. I don't
Dig a hole, we'll get some
I
baseball
want
bats.
demonic children and killer clowns to take.
That was one of the most vicious scenes ever.
Oh, that was nasty.
Yeah. Watch his brother get beat with a bat.
Well, he's in his underwear, too. Like,
Yeah.
He's in his underwear.
Close
He's in his underwear.
That was nasty. You could just hear and they were like aluminum bats.
Yeah,
like,
they were.
Right?
Yeah.
They were like the Dick's Sporting Goods special.
Yeah. Some pop to them. they were.
I mean, where do we begin, guys, with this team?
Wheeler
looked
awful. Whoa.
Once again, he hit the same strike. Remember, I brought this up to you the other day. So once again, Dan, he strikes out four. He's got 4 Ks in the first 2 innings. Like, he struck out the side in the first inning. Got good movement. And then he just hits a wall.
He wasn't hitting his spots after the first couple innings. At that 5th inning when he gave up the run, when they went up 2-1, he was close, but he was missing his spots, and he was getting buried in counts. It was 3-1, 3-1.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, that's very unlike him. Usually he attacks the zone.
Right.
And when he's coming from behind hitters and he has to throw a strike, guys can sit and be a little bit more, ready for what's coming. Usually he keeps them off balance. So, I mean, he's not a guy that gets behind hitters, and he was in that stretch, and then they started hitting him. Like he's got to hit the
guys got like he was cruising his pitch count.
Everything was great.
He just looks like he's lost, like he had that edge. The whole team looks like they've lost the edge, man.
For sure.
There's nothing going on with them right now. They're deflated. Harper, he's struggling. He's not. He says he feels fine. He's not feeling fine. There's too many reports coming out. I don't know, man. You said the interim, we need another manager. This guy stinks.
Yeah, I mean, he ain't doing it right now.
Nothing.
I was telling
the
Anthony.
Coach games aren't even. At least Topper would tell you, it's baseball. They're going to turn it around. We're
I was telling Anthony in the elevator. I mean, he hasn't been a manager. He hasn't stuck as a manager for a reason, and I think it's starting to pop through. Right? I think like he gave us a jolt.
He had a little run with the Dodgers, won 90 games. A few times, didn't win anything.
But like, he didn't really stick.
Yeah.
And then Anthony mentioned he thinks it's more of the call from upstairs. His son, he's part of the upper management. He thinks, they're saying this is what we want the lineup to be, and he's just saying, I'm doing this for a year. Here you go, right? Because
he said that, but then they're on the roll. He's like, I might be interested in sticking around.
Yeah, but they're saying the Red Sox manager's locked in already.
He was on a podcast like yesterday or the day before saying he wants back.
Yeah, he wants back. So he's coming.
Well, by the way, you could go get Charlie in his prime. You could go get Larry Bowa, Casey Stengel, Joe Torre. I don't care who you get. They're a lifeless bunch of dogs right now. Lifeless.
They look lost.
Sorry.
And I said that, like, if I see Bohm defensively, this dude going left and right, he looks like he belongs in a nursing home.
No.
He can't his
nursing.
He can't move. No. And like, there's balls that I'm sure Bryce might not get to, but like at least he'd like nip the ball or be in the vicinity. He's 6 feet away from balls he should be in the mix on.
He's not a first base. Like he plays a decent third base. Like he does. He plays a decent third base, right?
Yeah, he's solid. He's growing into it.
Yeah, he's average.
By the way,
I think he's an above average.
Better.
Yeah, way better.
Stott is an elite defensive player.
Agreed.
Right? Elite defensive player. There's no reason to have this. It's not like you want the guy sick in the lineup. Like, that's the thing that's completely mind-boggling. You got De La Cruz and Hill, who have a little life to them.
Yeah.
Why in the world did you do all these? And they're sticking with it. VT said this yesterday. He's right. Danny, they're sticking with this out of spite because they're almost like doubling down on the lineup.
It's pathetic.
The lineup is configured incorrectly. We all know that.
Yeah, it's pathetic. And Arise is like lost all ability to.
He came in here.
I mean,
he's walking into a train wreck.
It's like
he's got a full ballpark. People care. It's a train wreck.
Yeah. So look, if they don't wake up in the next 2 weeks,
Tony
we're done.
Gwynn. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
My God.
Why don't he have over 15s?
I mean, stop with that, dude.
Yeah, look, these next 2 weeks are huge. If they don't snap out of it, they got to do something because we're gonna be in a hole, man. And
they're in a hole.
Good. I mean, we're still
outside looking in now. Arizona's got the tiebreaker.
All right, we're tied. I mean,
well, Arizona's got the tiebreaker. We got a big series coming up with them.
Yeah, I was gonna say series. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like these next couple weeks, we're playing teams that we're playing Arizona. Where the schedule isn't too crazy, but we have a big West Coast trip. They got to perform. If not,
here's the
no
problem.
Baseball for a long time.
I know, and I'm clinging because as much as I grouse about them every day, I need them Red October. I need to feel Red October again.
I mean,
I love Red October. I go down. I go to the games. That whole thing is just amazing. The tailgates, but I'm at the point now where I really want to get even more frustrated in the playoffs.
Like, yeah, we did this with the Sixers, VG. We want them to make. We did this.
Yes,
we did this with them. We did this. We've seen this before.
Yes.
We want them to get there.
Yes.
Especially, it's not basketball. We're not getting a better draft pick. Like it ain't
right.
it. We'll mess it up anyway.
Right. You're right.
There's less of a chance of a major shakeup, though.
No. If they go to the playoffs and lose in a round again, that's it.
I mean,
again, there's not gonna be baseball. So what are we talking about?
Right.
So we need to push. We need to get there. October will be a lead if they make it. We got the Sixers starting up. Eagles midseason.
Exactly.
Get it going. We'll be all right.
Yeah, exactly.
But they got to wake up.
But they got to get there. But here's the worry: is that Wheeler hasn't been right in a month. Since the All-Star break, he really hasn't been.
CRA's like over 7 the last 4 games.
Yes, that's scary.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, Sanchez
and
pitched well the other night, but even he's been.
The Lizard's been locked though.
Lizard's awesome.
Lizard's locked.
Clinging to the Lizard.
That's it.
He's technically almost a couple teams. He'd be an ace.
The thing is, it doesn't matter how great they are. They're putting out 1 run. If they're lucky, I mean,
that's
every
true.
6 days they put up a crooked number.
Yeah, you're right.
Most of the time they're putting out 1 or 2 runs if we're lucky.
Dude, that's the thing about the line. This lineup is bad.
Needs a shock.
I mean, seriously,
it's flatlining.
What do you do? Like, honestly, you need to have a dramatic shakeup.
Yeah,
is that right?
Bohm's got to. You got to. If you ask me, Bohm's he's the guy. You got to move him. You got to move him out of the lineup. Sit him for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Put him down to mine or something. I don't know what you do.
And here's the problem, right?
He's swinging an okay bat lately, isn't he, though? That's what they're going to tell you.
Yeah, but again, he's not hitting for power.
Right.
So what does it matter that you're getting a single in the 8th inning?
Yeah, what's he batting? Like, what's he batting like 260 right now?
Right, in the 8-hole.
And then recently, I mean,
I was going to say, they're going to say, the last 7 days he's batting 316 with an on base of 435. That's what they're going to tell you.
Yeah,
and how did that work out?
Yeah, we can't score.
Right. So we reconfigure, become worse defensively, so I could get singles. Right. You're already at a rise. The crazy.
Then they're going to say, last 28 days he's hitting 283 on base, 343.
Yeah, and that number, you know what that number means? Nothing.
I know.
You could blow your nose with that.
I think they overrate those numbers.
With that sheet that you could print out, you can blow your nose with it.
Right.
That's all. That's what it's got.
Seems like a good bat to come off the bench.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous.
And he's a mental midget.
Oh, he's horrible.
Like,
horrible.
He can't perform whenever you need him ever.
I mean, and
he's emotionally feeble.
Yeah,
how
he
many
is.
double plays are they going to hit into?
I
mean, it is unbelievable. The whole team, they just hit in double plays.
Yeah.
Any spot where you think they got a chance for runs, it's a double play.
Yeah.
I've never seen a team with no outs
bases
and a
loaded.
Guy on third or bases loaded.
Wait, they walked the bases loaded.
I know.
And they got the guy
and they
out of the inning.
And they
bases loaded.
And one of the last games we won, they walked Bohm, which was that manager should be fired.
Yeah. Oh, how about that? You walked
Bohm.
Toronto.
Yeah.
Yes.
That was what they probably should have lost that game. You walked Bohm, like that was one of the craziest.
Unbelievable.
Like, have you heard a pulse on what's going on in baseball the last year?
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, that's just outrageous that he would do that. Outrageous.
Yeah. Crazy behavior.
It really is. It's and they have no power. They just don't hit home runs.
Nah, I mean, Bryce isn't it.
We're going to tear after he hit over the weekend.
Yeah.
Nothing. Dead.
He's all or nothing. There's never like a.
He usually gets all base up on us. He's as they say, doesn't look like he's seeing the ball well.
He's striking out a lot.
He is.
He is. And then you got nothing else to say. Crawford stinks. You got JT can't even hit. You need him. You need him because
like a skeleton up there.
Who's catcher?
His agent putting like clauses in his contract for like performance, thinking he was going to hit it. Is who's that dude?
Yeah, you ain't hitting that, brother. All right, let's talk some football and go to our happy place, and let's find out.
Now, is it a happy place? I mean, the internet's gone nuts.
Why is that? I can't. That's why I'm going to ask Jeff about this. All right, and how this played in the locker room.
Like 15 million views.
That Q clip is
it's blown up. It had like 1 million within like a couple.
That's
hours.
whoever's running social media, genius down there.
I just don't get it.
We can't lift up the defense. We can't post a good defensive play.
I don't understand it.
It's practice.
I don't get it. It's exactly.
You can't elevate the defense. We only get show offense.
We have a skewed look at training camp and practice. It shouldn't be covered with social media. If I was Sirianni, I would take this team to Pluto, and I would go, nobody's around. I'll have a couple beat writers, and then that's it.
EJ Smith.
And there's no video, none of that nonsense. So people it's ridiculous. All right, let's get our man up here. My co-host on Saturdays. That's right. Former NFL offensive lineman and extraordinaire, great chef as well, Geoff Schwartz. Good morning, Jeffrey. Oh, wait.
We got that Dove Kleinman guy. He put up that clip and
that
says,
guy.
Jalen Hurts looks off. Hurts has struggled immensely so far in training camp. One of the worst throws you will ever see.
Oh, dude, shut up. All right, we got him. Let's get to our man.
What's up?
Good morning,
Sorry,
Jeffrey.
weird setup. Face that. Wow, that's a lot of Geoff Schwartz face. I'm gonna back up a little bit here. Glad to be with you guys. Different setup than usual. So at the beach right now, but excited to talk ball. And the Eagles social media team. That's bad clip. Don't put that out there. Bad decision.
So this is fascinating. So as a player, you would be upset because obviously it was done for Q. Like. Look at
not as a player,
like Quinyon.
But think about the optics of it, right? So when people talk about Jalen Hurts, they say he struggles to throw over the middle of the field and struggles with arm strength. And what do you see in that exact clip? A poorly thrown ball late over the middle of the field intercepted. Like, yeah, it was a great play by the defense, but like all the things that people say about Jalen Hurts negatively is all shown in that clip. I feel like you could find another play to highlight, or like you could be creative with it. I think the Bills had one where Josh Allen threw a pick, but they like cut off Josh Allen out of the video. It just showed the ball in the air and the interception. Like, you can be creative with how you do this, so you don't have the blowback. Look, I watch all the clips, especially college football, because you get barely anything given to you ever in college football, and they're so deceptively like edited, and they're so like done in a certain way where you just highlight what you want to show, right? And that's what college football does so well. It just felt like you could have found a way to praise the defense here without showing the two flaws Jalen Hurts has in the exact clip that you posted. Like that's my point, right? Is that you could have done it in a different way to highlight the defensive play, but also that was an atrocious throw. It was exactly what we say Jalen Hurts is not doing well enough right now as a quarterback.
You're right. Actually, I mean, it's a great point you bring up. Like, the way they shot it, like you saw Jalen release the throw, and he knew it. Like, the minute he threw it, he knew. You could see his body line was like, right? And then the thing looked horrible. Like, you just cut Jalen out of it and not even think about it. Because when you see him throw it, it's in your mind. If you don't show him, you're right. It's a different
and the Eagles
vibe.
The Eagles don't have as bad a problem. Like the Browns, okay, go look at the Browns clips, because they can't cut the quarterback out on all of them, and the throws are so bad. Deshaun Watson, they have not shown one video all camp with a spiral. Zero videos with a spiral. It's all like ducks just wobbling through the air. No matter who throws the ball. Like they're trying to highlight good things to happen, but they can't even get a spiral. Like, they're trying their best to show something positive in every pass. It's the worst pass I've ever seen. So fun. Go look at the clips. They're just like, I watch a lot of these. I like to watch them. Like there's a lot. There was something with Hard Knocks yesterday where Darnold's ball like spins so many times. And
the revolutions.
And then you got the Browns just ducking it up there, man. Not one spiral all camp.
They're going to be so bad. They're going to be all like, we heard yesterday around the league, listen, Kyler Murray is going to be the starter in Minnesota, which I like. And then Deshaun Watson, welcome back, is the starter in Cleveland. Ugh.
Hasn't been good in 6 years. 2020 was the last year he was good. COVID, his last good season, doesn't even count. Think about all the things that happened in sports during COVID that are so different now. And so Deshaun Watson playing well, that was his last good season in the NFL.
It's unbelievable. But getting back to it, so take us inside the room. This thing goes viral. 15 million people have seen this clip. What's Jalen? How pissed is Jalen today?
Well, I just think you want your social media team to take care of you, right? Like, that's what it is. And again, there's very creative social media out there, and these social media managers are smart with the videos. And I do wonder if this was like, sometimes you have to clear the video with the head coach. I don't know if that's more of a college thing than maybe an NFL thing.
Yeah,
I just think it's like, dude, don't leave me out to dry, man. Like, find a different clip. I see this. I heard someone say on the show before I got on, but also, well, you have to highlight the defense too. I mean, not really. You don't have to. Like, you don't. I mean, I watch a bunch of Chiefs stuff. It's just Mahomes throwing the ball or Kenneth Walker.
Well, but again, the Eagles' defense is going to be really good, right?
I know, but you don't like. I don't think anyone's thirsting for interception camp videos. They just want to see cool stuff happen.
Yeah.
And so I don't know. Like, I don't think you have to highlight the defense. We know the defense is going to be good. I just what the images of Jalen Hurts, whether right, wrong, or indifferent. And so your job is to protect him, in my opinion. So look, does Hurts really care in the end? Probably not. But I just would make a better editing decision next time.
Yeah. Listen, that's a good point. The funny thing about this whole thing is, it's practice, right? Like, you're going to throw picks in practice. Like, this is what you're installing a new offense. During your career, you've had moments where you installed a new offense, especially as dramatically as this one. You're going to have these. This is what it looks like in practice.
I think camp interceptions are fine. I think it's way overblown that, they chart the quarterback. I know Philly, you guys have a dude that charts them every day. You're like, who cares? Like, what? So, like, you completed 6% passes today. Well, do you know what he was working on? Like, what was the goal of practice?
Right.
What
They're
was the
working
goal?
on
Throw the
third
ball
down,
deep?
third and
Right.
long.
So interceptions to me are fine. It depends on obviously the type of interception, right? If it's a first down, I saw something the other day. Geno Smith like threw an interception on first down. Like, that's not great, right? Like, interception on third down in a certain drill you're working on stuff, it's fine. Interceptions, I think actually, if you have no interceptions, you're not pushing the ball down the field aggressively enough, and you need some of that in your offense. And so I'm okay with a couple. Again, in a vacuum, him throwing the interception is not a big deal, right? It's a nice play by the defense. It just was the exact way it was shot, right? Like the way it looked, and it just accentuated all things that we don't think Hurts is good at. And so again, interceptions are fine in practice. Like if he's working on throwing that route, maybe they ran a coverage he hadn't seen in camp yet and gets picked off, great play by the defense. Like that's fine. It's generally fine to throw interceptions. It's just the way I think it was shot just put Jalen in a bad light.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you don't see the whole thing. Maybe the route maybe should have been more flat. Maybe the timing was off. Like, who knows? I don't know.
Well, but that's my point about like the video. You should just edit it so we can't even have those discussions, right?
Yeah.
Like just cut his head off. Like just show the end of the play. And we know it comes from Hurts. We know the ones are, and you can see the one offensive line,
Right.
you can see the one defense. Like it's him, but then you have to discuss for a day, what can happen with this discussion. So
that's a good point because I would imagine they have more than one camera filming this.
Yes.
So you see from the defensive side, look at the offense. I'm sure there's a camera from the offensive side.
Correct.
So you could have just cut from that angle. Yeah.
Yeah, this is better. I think
that
better
camp
ways
than
to do
Broad
it.
Street.
Right.
Are you kidding me?
That one they use is just locked on Jalen.
I know.
Looking right at it.
It's terrible.
There's a lot of cameras these practices now. I mean,
Yeah.
more than ever before. And obviously, there's fans there that get to highlight this stuff. So I've not seen much of Eagles camp. Obviously, I'm excited to see them play their first preseason game here coming up, see what the offense looks like. They got the starters play, but just to see structurally what it looks like, right? I mean, it'll take 8 weeks to figure out what the offense wants to be, but you're right. I mean, it's just a drastic change in what the offense had been to what it is now. It's going to take time. I think if Eagles fans think week 1 is going to look great, it might, but it's going to take half a season, man. That's how long it takes to install new offense.
And what's going to happen is they may have some success early because there's no tape on them, right? Like they're going to come out and there's no tape on this stuff. So they may have a little success early, and then it'll dip once teams have something to look at, and then it's about where it kind of evens out by midseason.
Absolutely, and I do think you're gonna, you'll know what you get in the run game, right? I mean, no surprise in this offense. I think it's people will have to figure out how much shotgun are they going to do, right? How much under center are they going to do? I've not seen report. Are they going under center in practice a lot?
Oh yeah, dude, it's dramatically different, Jeff. It's all under center. It's mostly
so
under
it'll
center.
take some time. I think for Hurts, it's like how do those play action passes? He's not turned his back to the defense in forever. How much you use of that? How much move the pocket you're going to use? Hurts has run the ball a little bit less every year now. So how are you going to get him on the move? I think there's all these questions about, look, structurally, you sort of know what it's going to be, but I think it's the extra things, right? Are you still going to have the zone read, third and short situations? How are you going to use Hurts? The offensive line's got to get used to new blocking schemes. I mean, Lane Johnson's done one thing basically for 13 years now. And it's like, well, here's a brand new offense for you. He'll be fine, of course, but it's new for everybody. So there's a lot of new pieces. So we'll see how it starts.
And you have a new O-line coach. Like Stout, is there. He retired. Well, he's taking a sabbatical, so he's not there. You have Chris Cooper. So you have a new O-line coach. I mean, there's a lot of moving parts here.
It's all new. And so that's what the preseason's for, right? You're going to make mistakes. You're going to try to figure this stuff out. I don't think Sirianni has played starters very often in the preseason. He's going to do it this year. He probably has to, right?
I was going to ask you because, to me, and guys, I don't know what you think. Like Danny, he's got to play. Maybe not Saturday, but week 2, he's got to play starters. Like you know better than anybody. You need some game. He's got new verbiage. There's new cadence. All that stuff needs to be practiced in a game environment.
I am pro playing the starters a little bit in the preseason. I've always been that way, and I think the best coaches have done that over the years. Now, of course, you have Sean McVay who just doesn't do it. I mean, so there's really, I guess, no right or wrong way to do it.
I mean,
But
does Stafford need to do it?
No, he doesn't. He doesn't. But you would think the Eagles just operationally, right, getting the play call into Jalen Hurts in a game and getting line of scrimmage and getting set, and then they're going to ID things differently this year up front, and okay, well, we got to see these pressures and whatnot. How do we handle that operation on third down? Look, does Lane Johnson have to play? Probably not. But I will say, though, most teams won't play their starting quarterback in the preseason without his starting offensive line.
Right.
Because those, so that's something to consider, too. Like, if you wanted to sit some of the offensive linemen for the preseason, then you probably can't play Jalen Hurts. It goes hand in hand. So unless you really love, like, Bell and right tackle, unless you love a guy to come in and play right now, just to like Lane doesn't need preseason. He might have to play though. Like the thing is, you have to judge. Like, hey, buddy, we need 10 snaps from you in the preseason.
Right.
We got to install this new offense. So I would imagine, I would like to see them play a little bit just to get the cadence and rhythm down this new offense. I don't know if they're going to do it or not.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's important, especially with the new offense. I always don't believe that you have to do it. Like you're saying, like there's a lot of teams that have veterans, they've been in the system, but with this new system, with all the new verbiage, with how they're, even for the receivers, all the motion they're going to be doing before the snap and getting set, I feel like they need to have a serious run against other guys that's in an uncontrolled environment, right? I mean, controlled, but like, different,
right.
Like these practices, we're doing simulation of plays, and I think it's important with such a big transition that they get at least a quarter and hopefully or a couple.
Don't the joint practices kind of take the place of the preseason game reps?
Nah,
I mean, Jeff would know more. Jeff, I mean,
at some point it helps, but not in this case.
I think joint practices are dumb. So that's
all right, well, there you go.
I just think that doesn't take the place of a game. I think we have too many teams fighting in these practices. I don't get why you have 4 fights in practice. Like, grow up, like learn how to practice. One fight, sure, but like 4. What do you need to fight every play? Like, what do we do? Normally fights happen at camp because you've built up like 7 days in a row of hitting each other, and the 8th day you're just tired of it. So you throw a punch, and that's everyone gets their punch off, and you're done. You're fighting the first day of a joint practice. You don't even know the dude you're playing against. First day you're fighting like already. What do we? So it actually, by the way, it's all defensive coaches. Like, look at all the fights we've had so far. Defensive coaches love fighting. Every rep matters to them. Offensive guys, a little bit different practice vibe. And so, look, you're going to have some fights. I get it, but there's a reason why Andy Reid has never done a joint practice, not one. Dan Campbell backed out this year. He's like, because they're kind of wasteful. Like, guys fight too much. They're worried about the wrong things in these practices, and their team just. Andy Reid never done one in Kansas City. I'm not sure he's doing it in Philly. I don't know.
He did it early in Philly. We did it with the Patriots. It was like middle 2000 or like 2005 or I forget. It was during that era. We used to do a couple. He did one with the Ravens when Harbaugh was there, but he hasn't done it in Kansas City. He prefers to go away. Yeah.
They still go away, obviously. He plays the starters in the preseason. Again, I'm not saying there's a one preferred way to do things, but I don't know if Mahomes will play this weekend. He come off the injury, but he will get opportunity to play. One thing that Andy Reid does, I love in the preseason, by the way, no one else does this, is he keeps his starting offense in and gives the backup quarterback 1 or 2 drives in the game with the starters. Yeah. So it allows the backup quarterback to get a little bit of work with, eventually might have to play at some point, just to hear the cadence, to see things with the group, to get a good look. Like, you get a much better look, obviously, playing with the one offense. Now, Travis Kelce might not be in the game. I get that. But the offensive line's in the game. The wide receivers are in the game. And he gives them 2 drives, like in the second preseason game with the one offensive line. It's something unique he does. I'm not sure most other teams do that. It just gives another opportunity for the backup quarterback to just get a fair look in the preseason.
This is why I love working with you, because we have the first full week of preseason football, and you're in. Like, the two of us celebrated the Hall of Fame game, Dan.
We're in.
I had Dracula next to me ripping me.
I was wrong. 7 million people watched it.
Because I was so excited for the Hall of Fame game, and it was an epic Hall of Fame game.
Yeah.
Jeff loved it. Jeff will be watching tonight,
Yeah.
right?
I'm also just like done with. I'm like tired of baseball, so like I'm
Us
tired of betting.
too.
I bet on the Phillies yesterday. Can't hit their way out of a wet paper bag with runners in scoring position. Yesterday,
You should have texted me. I would have told you not to play them.
Well, I tail a buddy of mine who's pretty good typically, but yesterday I think so. Phillies were 1 for 9 runners, and they had the Brewers too. We were 2 for 15 with runners in scoring position. Like it's just a miserable sport to bet on. I'm over it. I'm done. As of today, we're just going to bet on preseason football and WNBA.
He loves betting the WNBA.
Oh, dude, I make a killing WNBA, dude. It's like,
Oh man, send some picks this way.
It's a lot of it's just zigzagging. So like a good player has a bad night, you just take the over the next night, and that sounds so silly, but it tends to work. You bet the over in fever games, like. What a surprise! And the Fever score 1 billion points a game. You know, I just sort of stick to the same couple of wagers all the time. I mean, I check matchups and stuff, but it's a tough sport to watch sometimes. But I only watch certain teams. I don't watch the whole league.
I'm surprised VG's not in the end of the WNBA. It's like a reality TV show. All the drama that's going on. VG loves it.
I love the drama.
It is. I asked
so
you
dumb.
the other day. I don't know, it was a couple weeks ago on a show, and I go, dude, what's the story with this league, man? Get it off my feed. I can't take it.
Here's you want to know the thing? Here's what it is. I'll tell you what it is. So the league is way too focused on what's happening on the internet and not in real life. And that's the number one problem. They're just behind the other sports leagues in this. Like the NFL for a period of time, I think, was way too focused on how the internet thought about them. And they said, enough of that. Like, we have a small percent of the country on the internet. We're not going to worry and run our league by what happens in the internet. The WNBA is so online. They're so worried about what the online discourse is about their league. Like if I were them and the Enos Cantor, Royce, I'd tell them to go F themselves and move it along. Like, why are you entertaining this? This is like not entertainable. They're not women. They're not playing WNBA. Like, why even bother having a response? Just like you're not playing the WNBA, move it along. It's like, everything, DJ Carrington hits the homegirl in the face. He goes to the internet and says white privilege. Like they're way too online. They're way too online. They're way too focused on things that really the broad fan base doesn't care about. I think if they just start worrying about like what people offline think about them and take care to lead to that, they do a lot better.
Another problem, man, is they all date each other. There's relationships.
Oh, sure.
Within the team. It's probably the only sport where there's a lot of people in relationships.
I think there's like 4 of them
on the same team. So that probably adds to the drama. A lot of relationships.
Well, it did add to one drama the other day, but like again, that's again online, right? Like,
yeah.
If I were to tell people that don't watch WNBA, like my neighbors, and try to explain to them the things that are happening, they'd be like, "What? What? Just ignore them. Like, what? Why are you entertaining this? Just tell them, like, no, just move it along. Like it's just they're so focused on what the internet feels about them, and they just weren't ready, I think, for the big time. They're going to get there eventually, but they need a new commissioner. Like they need someone who just is able to steer them in the right direction. They're making more money now. There's more eyeballs more than ever. Some of the games are good. Like the Fever are fun. The Lynx are fun. The Aces are good. Like some of it's really good basketball, but the comments and the direction it's going, you got to find someone else to lead them.
Yeah. What are you watching tonight? Which there's a lot of games.
Well, I mean, they got. Let me look at the schedule. They got one on NFL Network, right? So, whatever that. I mean, I'm at the beach. I don't know what. Let me see. Here's the schedule right here. I don't know if you can still see me on Zoom, but okay, we got Packers, Steelers, NFL Network. I mean, I don't know. I don't. The Bengals' first team offense is going to play. I'll probably take a peek at that at 7:00. I'll go look and see what offenses are going to play today. That's simple. I think the Packers offense was going to play today for a little bit.
They need to play.
So I'll go take a peek at some of the the early games. I'll just have football in the background. Like once the second half hits, I'm not going to be like probably as locked in on some of that. But I'll watch the starters play. They're going to get a little run early on. And one thing I love, by the way, about the preseason telecast is so every team has a telecast, right? They have their own telecast, in their own market. And NFL Network will often pull that telecast and put it on NFL Network. They're not going to use like a national broadcast. And people get so angry. They're like, why is this broadcast only focused on one team? Because it's the Eagles home broadcast.
Right.
That's why.
Right.
And so it's so like tonight, again, there's the NFL Network game. I don't think they sent a national crew
Nah.
to Bengals Lions, or excuse me, to Steelers Packers. It's going to be the Steelers home broadcast that's going to put NFL Network. And people will be so angry that they're not covering the Packers. I'm like, well, of course, it's the Steelers home broadcast. So you can go like to NFL.com and watch the feed you want to watch. And so it's always fun for me this time of year when people get so angry about the telecast, because it's the home broadcast. Like, of course, Eagles have a broadcast. If they're on national television, somebody that's going to pull the Eagles broadcast and put that on NFL Network. So just a heads up for people watching next couple of weeks. Like, it's typically not a national broadcast.
Yeah, that's awesome. My brother, always great hanging with you. You're at the beach. Nice night with the family.
Yes, a couple more days, and we got school on Tuesday. So, the kids are almost back. I'm gonna do a happy dance when I drop those kids off at 7:00 in the morning.
Wait a second, you start school next week?
Yeah, and then but we end. So my kids are both in the same private school now. They end like Memorial Week. They end early.
Yeah, it's too late. Like, I mean, it's too early to go back. I mean, my kids don't go back till after Labor Day.
Yeah, I mean, if my daughter was still in public school, well, no, public school starts before Labor Day in Charlotte. I can't wait. It's gonna be so quiet in the house. I'm gonna quiet cup of coffee, make a little breakfast, no yelling, no arguing. Just gonna it'll be so nice. I'll see him again at 3:30. Just a nice day to myself.
I'll be honest with you. I miss when they're I love when they're around. Like, you know.
I love my kids. It's okay to take a couple hour break.
You're great. I know you do.
We got softball tryouts this week. Like we're in it already. We're like got fall sports starting soon. Yeah.
I just like that next week. Like I need Labor Day and then go back. Then do your thing. Like, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know what it is? I got to take my
guys,
older one's got a long commute to school, and it's a pain in the ass, right? So I got to take him at 6:10. It was like 6:00. I got to get up at 4:45. So like during the summer, I like it because they're sleeping. And now, dude, like my boys are 13 and 16, right? So they don't get up until noon every day.
Yeah,
so
my son's 12. He's still sleeping, I think. He's not even staying at our place. He's in another place. I think he's sleeping until 10:30. Yeah, he's not. He's have a rude awakening next week. I'll tell you that.
Yeah.
We start sports like we already have tryouts for challenge teams, for club ball, for rec. Yeah. We are starting up for baseball already.
That's amazing. Well, Danny D's the AD, so you know you're.
Yeah, we're at it. We're back.
You're back.
We're back. Yeah, we're back.
Yeah, there it is.
So many forms to fill out for middle school sports, man. Come on.
It's just getting crazy. Like the amount of stuff you need. It's just this world we live in. There's so many forms. It's crazy. Like it's annoying for me to track it all. Like we have to and it comes down from above. It's the state association, it's the schools, but to play a sport, you need 4 forms filled out these days.
Like my son has to fill out a form. A concussion symptom form. Like he's 12. That's your job as the coach. What's he gonna?
Yeah, but you know what they're looking for? A baseline.
Yeah, they're trying to do the baseline test.
So like we had to do that.
No, it's not even a baseline test. It's just a form that says like acknowledging like if you have these symptoms, you got to tell the coach or something.
We had to go get the physical.
The impact test.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, the baseline stuff, when we do that too in the pros, like the baseline for impact testing, so you know if you have concussion. But it's all these forms to fill out, like that. My son has no idea what he's signing. I mean, he's 12. Like he has to sign all of them too. He's got to initial them, and I get it, it's for liability, but there's a lot of them. But I'm excited for him to first year middle school sports to be fun.
That's awesome, brother. All right, listen, go get some, enjoy yourself, get some stuff.
Thank you, buddy.
I'll see you Saturday.
All right, take care, guys. Have a good one.
All right, brother. Geoff Schwartz hanging out. Yeah, baby, it's on. We had practice. We were in practice last night. First night of hitting last night.
All right. How'd it sound?
It was awesome. I sent Danny D a couple videos.
Yeah.
Sure.
Moss pancaked this kid and then picked him up afterwards. I loved it.
Oh, you picked them up?
Yeah.
Come on.
That's good
Leave it laying there.
sportsmanship. He don't know. He didn't know that. Or to the older, people may look a little disrespectful, but he's just helping his boy up. He's picking him up.
Yeah, it was
Yeah,
good.
It was good.
He, I was saying it like he's got this like nasty bruise from shoulder to elbow, and I was never so proud. I was telling you guys, he's sitting there with his shirt off after practice last night. We're having dinner, right? And I got like they're like I love it. They're like I was in my glory. My wife made pasta and peas with the prosciutto and the
That's a good meal,
right? And the chunks of
What kind of pasta she go with?
I don't know. It's a different kind of weird.
Same one as yesterday.
No, different one.
My dad does that, but he does it with the bow tie.
Yeah,
He makes that meal with the bow tie.
Not a bow tie. It's similar, right? With the olive oil.
Yeah.
Shallots. Like
Yep.
it's good.
Yeah.
You could tell
It's one of my dad's favorite meals. But yeah,
It
he
is.
always
It's a
does
good
it with
one.
bow tie. Says that's his go-to for that.
So it's like a bow tie, but it's like it's almost like a little flower, like the way it sprouts out. But it's got the same kind of, because that's what you want with that pasta.
Yeah.
So I'm sitting there and we're at dinner, having dinner, and it's like 9:00. And the two of them got their shirts off, like two animals, right? And the little one's got the bruise, deep bruise.
Yeah.
And he's looking, and my wife's like, oh my God. I'm like, he's all right. And then he's like, it doesn't even hurt. And he's looking at it like it's a trophy.
Good boy.
Yes. I was proud.
Psychos.
All right, let's take care of some business. We're late. Jules is like, you're late. All right, let's talk about the Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. What do we got for the corn game tonight?
Both teams are minus 110.
A pick your nose
Yep.
in Iowa. A pick your nose. NOLA is going to get rocked into the corn.
I feel pretty good about NOLA under 16.5 outs for minus
There
112.
you go. Don't play the Phillies enough, but you can play anything on the app. Like you got preseason football, all the stuff, baseball, and the football futures. 25 on the birds brings back 4.25. Plus all your favorite casino games right there on the app. The Bet Park Sportsbook online casino app. New customers get $500 casino bonus back, as well as 250 spins on the new slot game Sahara Collectum. It's the desert theme, the Sahara. BetParks.com is all the details. It's got to be 21 in PA, New Jersey, Michigan, Maryland. If you have a gambling problem, please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Now let's talk about Xfinity and the Xfinity 5-year price guarantee. What if I told you can have intelligent Wi-Fi, reliable Wi-Fi, and you keep it the same price for 5 whole years? That's the key, man. Imagine Wi-Fi that makes everything in your home work together, that finds and fixes problems before you notice them. Wi-Fi with a 6th sense lets you stream the game while the whole family's online, doing their thing, playing video games all night, 3 o'clock in the morning. All your devices work in perfect harmony, 5 whole years. Best part, no annual contracts, no hidden fees. Xfinity's best equipment included. A lot changes in 5 years, all right? Records are broken, dreams grow bigger, but your Wi-Fi should stay reliable. The price should stay put. Lock in your price. Unlock the possibilities with Xfinity. Learn more, Xfinity.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Select plans only. Restrictions apply. All right. So I thought Jeff made an interesting point about the video.
Yeah. So, yeah, I agree. Look, I'm for celebrating the defense. It just, the point he made about the rumored or what people perceive as Jalen's deficiencies, they come through glaring on that clip. Yep. He can't throw over the middle. He doesn't see it fast enough, right? Like that's his knock with this new offense. How's he going to? So that highlights some of that. And it wasn't the best angle.
Yeah.
Should have been edited better.
It should have been edited. So I'm with that.
Right
I'm not saying he's saying no defense clips. I like defensive clips.
So do I.
I'm with it, right? Because
he's no lineman.
Yeah, but so there's plenty of clips where our receivers are going up and catching balls over DBs all day. Like there's plenty of those out there this year. So I'm not against it. I do agree that it should have been edited better. We should have found a way to make it not look as bad for Jalen. And I don't think he's going to care, honestly. I don't know.
I don't think so. you're right. Like the optics, and then the problem is there's a whole world. Let me ask you a question, because there's a whole world. He brought up the WNBA living in the Twitterverse, right?
Yeah.
There's a whole world that lives there. Now, obviously, we're digital media, and social media is a big part of it. But like sometimes it's almost even more exaggerated.
Oh, 1,000%.
Right? Like, so you got, what'd you say, that guy, Dev Kleinman? Because
And-
I know he's an aggregator.
Well,
I mean, he's only got 400,000 followers. I mean, it's substantial.
You know who
but
really
15
blew it up?
million.
Acho, Manuel Acho. He was all over it, talking about it. He was blowing it up.
Yeah, but he plays into that game.
He does. That's his niche. That's
Like,
what he does.
He plays into that world
100%.
where they take little things and they just blow them up.
Yeah, that's his little lane that he's in now.
I'm looking at the
I
Patriots.
hate that stuff. I'll be honest with you. I just like sport. Like, what happened to just liking sports?
Yeah, no, I hear you, brother.
The Patriots put out yesterday a clip. Defense putting in the work with a padlock emoji. And it's just play after play of Drake May underthrowing, balls getting broken up. It's got 106,000 views. Like, it's such a powder keg here.
That's what I'm
Jalen
saying. Every
Hurts.
team's doing it. That's what
And
I'm
it's
saying.
not
Like,
just Philly, though, but it's a national. Like,
Yeah.
There's not 16 million people here. This is a whole national thing. He's a polarizing figure for some reason.
yeah, people love to hate Hurts.
Yeah.
They love to
Yeah,
hate him.
why is that? What?
And like, he's a dude who just puts his head down. Like, look, does he have his deficiencies? Yes. Do I think there's better quarterbacks? Yes. But he doesn't he's not like an instigator. Like, he just puts his head down and works.
He puts air conditioners in schools. And
Yeah,
stuff.
like I
Like,
don't understand why
exactly.
people are drawn to hate him.
I don't understand it
And he's an
either.
underdog story. Usually people rally behind that.
Right.
Like, why someone in Oklahoma is polarized
And by the
just
way-
watching this? I would have no idea.
And by the way, he handled one of the most difficult situations ever with class.
Oh, for sure.
At Alabama, you know the story, Dan.
Yep.
When he gets benched for Tua,
Yep.
right? And then comes back after Tua gets hurt. Like,
He's got to eat it. And just ate a smile on his face. And then he stayed another year.
yes.
He didn't run. Hey, we talk about he didn't run. He stayed there. He played look, I think he struggles in certain areas, but as a person and resilient and someone that's like a truly good person,
Right.
how he handled the AJ thing, he handled with class.
Yeah.
Nothing. You heard another peep.
Yeah. So
The guys want. Listen, and I get it. He's from. Jalen didn't say two words.
no. And look, on the biggest of stages, the Super Bowls he's been in, he's been elite.
Yes.
Elite in those games.
Yes.
So, look, I think the only thing he bothers me, I think he tries buying into the MJ thing too much, where he thinks,
Yeah.
but whatever.
That's his thing. I respect it. He wants to be,
He's a hard worker.
Yeah.
And he doesn't.
and he hates to lose.
Yeah. And I think at the end of the day, he just wants to win, and he does what he can to win. Now, should he run more, this and that? Yes, I think that kind of. But for the national media to hate him like they do is just mind blowing.
It is. I got to tell you, I don't understand it. If you look back nationally, let's go back to it. Look at the quarterbacks that have been here, right? Wentz, you want to talk about a mental midget, right? I mean, he was the worst. Listen, I thought, oh my God, this guy's going to be the savior. And he was weak. He was everything I thought he was. Everything I thought he was the opposite.
Yeah.
I thought, the Revenant,
Right.
big,
Right.
the cover. Remember, I did a whole thing about the Revenant,
Yeah.
that
covered
movie?
in a bear,
Yeah.
living
Like,
in a
he was
bear
coming
suit.
from
North Dakota. Let's go.
right? The wilderness. Meanwhile, he was as soft as you get,
Super
Yep.
insecure.
right?
Insecurities through the roof.
You know, he's pouting as they're going to the Super Bowl. He's pouting,
Yep. Why me?
right?
Yeah.
The guy was weak. Jalen never does that. McNabb. I mean, nationally, they love Donovan. Donovan was a mope.
Yeah, and
Right?
he had that bubbly personality, which I think nationally they were driven to, but he bought into the drama. He was in the middle of it. You know what I'm
was.
saying? He wasn't the leader that Jalen has been. So it
And
just
let me tell you something. When you had the Donovan T.O. stuff, defense was on T.O. side.
yeah. And also, like, in NFC Championship games, he came up short.
All the time.
Always.
Every game
It was a big game.
ended with a pick,
Throw it at someone's feet.
right? Every game ended with a
Yeah,
pick.
yeah, worm burner jokes everywhere.
Yeah, so, like, but
Listen, he was very good, so I don't want to, like,
no,
kill the
agreed.
guy.
But, like,
compared to Hurts,
the analogy to Hurts and the amount of hate he gets and how polarizing
not
he is
fair.
for someone that really just works for the most part.
Yes.
Again, has deficiency.
Like,
I'm not saying
he
he's.
doesn't have any big national endorsements, does he? Like Donovan had the
No,
Campbell
Campbell.
soup.
He's a
commercials
Jordan.
everywhere.
He's a Jordan brand guy.
Yeah,
Right, but
Yeah, he's not on
I
commercials.
can
or
see
anything.
like
he's
you.
got Cure Auto. That's it.
Yeah, I can see
When
you
they do that.
hating on McNabb with those chunky
So-
commercials.
So, Jalen,
Yeah.
tell me about the great play you made. Well, the play was my insurance.
Yeah, yeah. But that's just locally, I think.
No, well, every
Marcus got it.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm saying someone in Iowa doesn't have like why are people in Iowa
Yeah.
watching these Jalen Hurts videos and
Right.
caring and
Right.
commenting? That clip of the New England Patriots of 30 seconds of bad passes by Drake May has 3 comments.
Yeah, it's
3
crazy.
comments. This one's got like
And now
2,000
imagine me
comments.
showing that. That would be ridiculous if
Yeah,
our
wow.
team put that
We'd
out.
be running through the streets with our hair on fire. Like,
Yeah.
we're done. 30 seconds of underthrown balls.
Yeah, it's just I don't get it, man.
It's bad.
I don't get it.
It really is. It's not. I mean, I'm shocked. Well, we got to get Ben in here because Ben used to run the social media account for the Packers.
Interesting.
So I wonder what Ben would do in this spot.
I mean, I think it's kind of. I think.
By the way, walking around with $6 in his pocket.
Yeah, he's got $6 in his pocket. The same $6 all week.
We got to hang him up by his toes. This guy, man. We gave him the playbook last week. We told him 200. Go to the mag machine, break it down. Get some.
Yeah.
Got to have cash in your pocket. I was going to quiz him today to see how much he had on him.
Yes.
He didn't know I was coming.
Right.
He's failing every time, every turn.
Yeah.
I'm not holding out hope for him.
I mean, I told him to stop giggling as much. He giggled the whole time. I was around him.
Big giggler.
He is a giggler.
But like
But
a
it's a
weird
different
giggle. Yeah,
Yes,
it's a
yes,
weird.
it's not-
I think it's like a coping thing for him. Yeah.
it's
Yeah,
like
you're bringing too much
Rorschach.
attention to yourself.
Rorschach
brother.
on a Welcome Back, Connor.
And he wants to kind of be like not noticed, but it's like you're making these weird noises all the time. People are gonna look at you.
Well, he's very uncomfortable.
We're trying to get him. We're trying to bring him into the environment, Jules.
We're trying to toughen him up a little bit.
Can't be giggling like
He needs
that
to
in
be
the
a
Fort Richmond
Philadelphia.
pub.
We have to make him a Philadelphian.
He wants to go to
Otherwise,
the.
he's going to get eaten alive.
He wants to go to the pub and he wants to use Apple Pay at the pub. Like that doesn't happen.
Can't get any pools going on in Apple Pay.
Yeah, come on, boy.
Hey, can I get the Apple Pay for the block pool? It doesn't work.
That guy will eat him
We're trying
up.
to help him. We love him. We're trying to help him.
Yeah, Ben is great. He's a great sport and he's a great guy. But we got to work.
Yeah,
work in
I
progress.
need you to do it because he won't listen to me. He's not going to listen to VG.
No.
You're closer to his
I think
age.
I might have to take him out golfing, get him in his comfort zone,
Yes.
get a couple hours with him. We play around, and then I can lay it on him.
Yeah, that's good. All right. Let's take a quick TO. We'll come back. EJ's camp report. So we'll talk about what kind of noise that video made at camp. First, a word from our friends. Yeah.
This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., it's the 12-hour sale at Ashley Furniture. For 12 hours only, you can save up to 70% off all Ashley Furniture. Plus, shop now, pay later with no interest financing, and you get free delivery on your purchase. And here's the fun part. Ashley's giving away prizes every hour, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, every hour. So big savings, big giveaways, and one big day to shop. Don't miss the 12-hour sale this Saturday, only at Ashley Furniture.
Let's talk about Ace Hardware Home Services. They're so important this time of year. Heat and humidity sneaking in. The AC might not be cranking like it should. And the temperatures are changing. It's getting warmer, so don't worry. If you got issues, Ace Hardware Home Services, they got you covered. From AC repairs to water heaters, plumbing, electrical, they're trusted pros that bring the same helpful service you know from the Ace stores right to your home, right to your front door, from Philly to the Jersey Shore. And it's important. They got the right people. They bring the right tools, the right know-how. They got everything you need. So whether it's a quick fix or a big summer project, They've got all the tools. They've got the know-how. Then the people to get the job done right. You see their trucks all around town. All your neighbors are using them. Ace Hardware Home Services, they're bringing the helpful to your home. It's that helpful you love from the store right to your home. So visit acehardwarehomeservices.com today to get started on your next home repair project.
This Saturday from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m., it's the 12-hour sale at Ashley Furniture. For 12 hours only, you can save up to 70% off all Ashley Furniture. Plus, shop now, pay later with no interest financing, and you get free delivery on your purchase. And here's the fun part. Ashley's giving away prizes every hour, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock, every hour. So big savings, big giveaways, and one big day to shop. Don't miss the 12-hour sale this Saturday, only at Ashley Furniture.
All right, welcome back. We'll get ready for EJ. Is he here, Jules? All right, when EJ comes in, we'll get that going. Real quick, because I want to revisit this in a little bit, but do you guys like the movie Field of Dreams? Now, you came out well before your time.
But yes.
But do you like it?
Yes. I watch it when it's on. Like, it's one of them, if it's on, I'll
Click and stick?
Yeah, I mean, I might bounce around. I might leave for a second and then come back.
Right.
But, yeah, I mean, I like it. I mean, Kevin Costner in his baseball movies, a big movie that he was in that doesn't get a lot of love is For Love of the Game. I love that movie.
So do I.
No one knows about it. Like, when I talk to people, I love that movie.
So do I.
It has some good baseball in it. It's a little bit of a, love story too, but like the baseball side of it's awesome.
Yes.
For Love of the Game, great movie.
What about you?
I'm out. Yeah, I saw
It's not goth enough.
I saw it once.
Field of Dreams?
Yeah. A little corny for me. Not a big fantasy guy.
It's supposed to be corny.
Yeah, it's about
literally.
It's about like
cornfields.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's about people from heaven coming down and playing baseball.
Yeah, it's a love story of baseball love story. It's baseball love story.
It's going to be corny.
Yeah. Sandlot, I'm in. This now, it's too much for me. Ghosts and voices and old baseball players coming out of the corner. No.
When have you seen that? How could you not like that?
I watched it when it came out.
See, this is why you drive me nuts.
What? It's not a great movie. It's emotional. Like, sure. It's like
You're having a catch with your father. It's about having a catch. It's about baseball. It's beautiful. How can you have no soul? You got a black soul.
What do you say, Julia? About Field of Dreams?
Thank you, Jules. It's beautiful.
It's a good movie.
It is.
I mean, and
James L. Jones always finds his way.
He
into
always had a
baseball
catch, but that movie.
That's a great movie, man. I like
Great?
it. I would say very good.
Okay, listen.
Very
There's a
good.
difference. Like, is it some, cinematic?
No.
Of course not. It's a great movie. It's a great movie. It's not supposed to be film or cinema. It's a great movie. It's baseball. It's a love story to baseball. How could you not?
Love Bull Durham? Don't love this one.
All
Bull
right.
Durham's a great baseball movie.
Yes, it is.
Yes,
My boy directed it.
it's a good movie as well.
But that's apples and oranges. It doesn't matter.
Big fart saying League of Their Own's better.
Get out of here, Fartsy.
Joe 7-6, Angels in the Outfield's better.
I like Angels in the Outfield.
Angel in the Outfield's
What the
great.
hell
Hey,
is
that's a great movie.
I love Angels in the Outfield.
Angel in the Outfield is a great movie.
I do too.
I
I watch all that stuff.
Yeah.
With Massimo, we watch baseball movies all the time.
I love Angels.
I loved it. I love it. I like the other one too, where the kid pitches for the
Rookie of the Year.
Rookie of the Year.
No, Ricky Lee's a good one.
Good one.
Yeah. I like
Sandlot's great.
Yeah.
Sports movies are great. I'm drawn to them, but yeah, this is a really good movie. I don't understand why you're out on it. One watch.
One watch. I mean, that's
If I was like, I got this movie, the Ghost of Shoeless Joe Jackson.
Oh, come on, dude.
Cornfield. Then he comes walking out. You're like, what is this guy? Are you high? I'm like, no. Doesn't even work when I'm
First
high.
of all, suspending disbelief. The slop that you watch,
Isn't
this utter slop that you watch.
Yeah.
the father Ray Liotta?
Yes.
Love
Yes.
Yeah, it's the best. Yeah.
Goodfellas.
Anyway, let's go to our man on the scene, live at Jefferson Health. That's right, E.J. Smith. Inside the nest, presented by our friends at Rita's. Be cool, go to Rita's on the Xfinity mobile call-in line. There he is, Coach EJ. Good morning, Coach EJ.
What's going on, guys? How we doing this morning?
Let me ask before we start.
Here we go.
Yeah. I think I know where this is
You're
going.
a sportsman.
Yeah.
Field of Dreams. Your thoughts?
Oh, yeah. I love Field of Dreams. Yeah, of course. Now when I think of Field of Dreams, I think of being a kid and enjoying that movie, like the mystique behind it. But I think it probably holds up. I can't tell you I've watched it in the last few years, but maybe I will watch Field of Dreams. I actually have a funny story for you related to Field of Dreams. My first date with my wife, we were like teenagers, keep in mind, we were in high school. We watched Field of Dreams. So there you go. Special moment in my life right
beautiful.
there.
That's beautiful. I'll ask you this. Of the three of us, Danny D, VG, and myself, which jackal does not like Field of Dreams?
Based off the description that you used, I'm going to guess VG.
That would be correct.
Yeah.
There's only one of the three have a black soul, and it would be the guy in the middle.
I like a Field of Dreams. I enjoy it.
Yes, of course you do. Because that's
all it was.
You're a
like 20 years
sportsman
ago.
guy. He saw with his wife. Get out of here. All right. The social media post by the Eagles that has caused a stir in that Twitterverse. 15 million views all over social media.
Oh, my God.
What's been the fallout? Anything? Are guys talking about it at all?
I think there's a buzz around it. I mean, anytime something goes that viral on social media, you know that the building, the organization is aware of it. I can sympathize with some people inside the building, some of the players, because I think that this has been just grossly blown out of proportion. What I can tell you is like, the Eagles social media manager is not posting clips from practice without sign off from several levels of the organization. I will tell you that right now. I don't think this was a rogue social media intern. I think PR, I think, front office coaching staff, especially when you're dealing with stuff that shows the scheme, a lot of people have to sign off on that. And I don't think that necessarily, I don't think it's a bad thing that the Eagles were okay with that clip going out because my first thought when I saw it was not about Jalen, actually. It was about Quinyon. It was about how Quinyon made a nice play on the ball. And isn't the idea that the Eagles are going to coddle or protect the franchise quarterback something that we've criticized this organization for the past decade? That they've deified these quarterbacks. They've put them on pedestals only to tear them down. I think that this is... Honestly, like Jalen Hurts is a big boy. He can handle this. It's okay that he threw an interception in practice. So, there's definitely been a lot of talk about it this morning. There's been a lot of scuttlebutt about it. I think the reaction has been pretty ridiculous, if I'm being honest.
Oh, it's completely ridiculous. But this is surprising, right? Because listen, I everything you said, I don't disagree with. But knowing that for some reason, Jalen Hurts is polarizing across the NFL world.
Yeah.
Do you need to put that out there? Like, can you just, we had Geoff Schwartz already made a good point. Just cut Jalen out of the video and just show Quinyon breaking on the ball.
Yeah, I think that, the editorial choice, the fact that, because we have seen other quarterbacks, have thrown picks and their teams have put it out. Joe Burrow, Josh Allen, as a couple examples there. The difference with this clip probably is that it focuses on Jalen right up until the pick. So I think some of like the visual storytelling might not have been kind to Jalen. But again, I've called this organization out before for like putting these quarterbacks on a pedestal, being overprotective on their quarterbacks. And I will be honest with you, 2 years ago, I don't think that they put that clip out. I bet you 2 years ago, they would have been protective about how will Jalen react to this? How will this make Jalen feel? How will it make Jalen look? And you could argue they should have that consideration. I don't think they need to. I think that, again, being overprotective with these guys is part of why we find ourselves in these positions in the first place.
Who's greenlighting that thing? I mean, that's not Nick.
It's not Nick. I think it's PR. Maybe PR checks with the coaching staff, especially if it's something scheme related, like you can tell Hollywood Brown's running a deep in or a dig route there. And, is the coaching staff okay with that? But I think the coaching staff signs off on it from it doesn't reveal a lot about the system.
Right.
And then PR has to decide what messaging that sends. Does that clip, make somebody look bad? So, yeah, I think that like I said, there's definitely levels of organizational sign off on these types of things.
Do you think organizationally they're good with this? Like they like the national discussion and the 15 million views and all the attention?
My guess, this is a guess, this isn't reporting. They probably didn't anticipate this reaction, and they probably wouldn't have wanted this reaction.
I would agree with that.
We've talked about this. This has been a very easy breezy training camp, right? The vibes around the team have been good. And this kind of reminds everybody about this ugly cloud that hangs over the quarterback, that this is a prove it year. And I don't think they would have wanted that introduced into this summer. So my guess is that they didn't anticipate the reaction it was going to get on social media. I didn't either. If I'm being honest, when I watched the clip, I said, we talked about how Quinyon made a great play on the ball. I thought that was going to be a big takeaway. Obviously, I miscalculated it just like they did. So, it's one of those things where, especially once it gets into the national conversation, it's just going to revolve around the quarterback. It's not going to be, Quinyon Mitchell might have, improved his hands or something like that.
VG found a clip that the Patriots posted where May's getting picked for 30 seconds. It's multiple underthrown balls, and he said there's 3 comments on it and 100,000 views where he's just...
Yeah, doesn't that just show you the scrutiny that Jalen Hurts is under this year?
That's what we're saying. The national
crazy.
hate for him is just, it's insane that, and again, I was saying to Anthony, he's an underdog story. He stays away from the drama for the most part. I don't understand the national drive to just bash him whenever they get a chance.
Yeah, because I do think there's 2 separate things with this clip, right? There's why would the Eagles put this out there? How dare they do this to their franchise quarterback? And that I completely disagree with. But, I had people, because I put out a clip from yesterday's show where I said, the Eagles need to stop DFIing their quarterbacks. And people are saying, the fans are defending Jalen against other fan bases. And I have no issue with that. I agree that, Josh Allen throws an interception in practice and it gets what, a million views maybe?
Yes.
The fact that this is up to 15 million shows you the conversation around Jalen Hurts is polarizing, radioactive, whatever words you want to use. And, maybe that was a miscalculation on the Eagles' part. But, I personally, it's again, I think that they probably viewed it from the lens of look at how Quinyon looks. And again, it's not going to be that convenient. It's not going to be about Quinyon when Jalen Hurts is involved.
For sure.
I'll tell you, man, it's insane with this team. Anything with this team, it just blows up. It's wild. It's a camp interception. I think about it and I go, I saw it yesterday. I'm all right. And then I didn't even realize it's a camp interception. Listen, it was a poorly thrown ball. Whatever.
Yeah.
You're gonna have that in the course of practice. That's what practice is.
Yeah, it was poor ball placement. I also think Hollywood Brown has some culpability on that. I said on the show after the practice that if Darius Cooper is running that route, and I don't think it gets picked off because Darius Cooper is strong through the catch point. Hollywood's kind of fading away. I think he probably didn't run that route on an angle. He ran it on the wrong angle. I think he was a little bit. He wasn't as flat as you would expect him to be on that route. So again, I'm not defending the throw.
I agree.
Poor placement.
Yeah. Ball was late though.
Sure. Yeah, it's not out of his break. So it's one of those things with interceptions, there's always going to be a few different explanations. Right. And especially you can do that when you have the all 22. When you're watching a clip like we were watching, you're not going to be able to get the full picture. But I'm not defending the throw. I think it was poor placement. It's one that, we said on the show. It was one of the lower moments for Jalen. And although I would say Jalen has had a good camp. Right. I don't think that this is part and parcel with the way he's looked this summer.
And for this team, though, it's so polarizing. Talking about the Patriots, AJ, that clip for Sauce went viral, but I've read about him. They've struggled to connect all training camp on deep balls. AJ has struggled. Is one play against where he gets Sauce backed up and it goes super viral. Look at his connection. And if you read what the Patriots are putting out, their beat reporters are he's been struggling with the deep ball. Him and Drake can't get on the same page. If that was in Philadelphia, that story would be running the national media right now, where it's
yes.
It's just wild to me how that plays out all the time and how this team just gets anything negative that can happen just gets tenfold, 10x.
That's the truth.
Yeah.
But I'll be honest with you. like in the same thing up there. That's why you have training camp and practice, and that's why you do it. Honestly, I think, and again, we're in the business of it, so I hate to say it like this, but if I were a coach, I'd close the stuff, man. You would hate me because I would be like,
Yeah,
nah, man,
right.
you guys have no context. So if you have
Yeah.
no context, then I'm shutting it down.
And that's what Fran said on the show yesterday. That all the same people who will be tweeting at the Eagles account constantly, post a Quinyon interception, post a Quinyon interception. When you have a big reaction, why would you put this out there? Like, that makes camp less accessible for everybody.
Right.
I am obviously in favor of as much of this stuff coming out. I love that when the thing I love is when you watch our show, we will bring life to these plays. We'll explain to you what happened.
That's why
with
you're
great
elite.
context. Yeah,
That's why you're
exactly.
elite.
I mean, I feel like,
And
I appreciate you saying
yes.
that. Yeah, I think that's what the value our show can bring. But I also like it when a day or two later, after we explained it in great detail, they put out the video that affirms everything we told you. So I'm a fan when they put this stuff out. And the reaction yesterday, like, I guarantee you that they're going to be way more hesitant to put this stuff out. Because honestly, they'll flip it the other way, where it's like Jalen throwing a touchdown pass to, let's call it Devontae. They're going to be like, oh, well, how will Reek Woolen or how will Quinyon feel about the fact that they just posted this video getting beat? So I think they're going to have to be more careful now, and that's a sad byproduct from all this.
Right. Now, when I say I'd shut it down, I would just allow beat guys. I would allow beat
like Andy used to, right?
That could actually translate this stuff, right?
Right.
And show context and not, keep stats.
Yeah, I didn't get to cover Andy and Lehigh, but all the stories I hear, he rewarded the guys who would work hard. If you were there for 2 days, you could have full access to practice, and you could take as many notes as you want. You could check with him on things. I think that's the right way to run it. Now, obviously, the Eagles are a little different these days, but I think that is like, we'll be out here as long as they'll let us stay out here. And I think that there's value in that.
Yes, I agree with that.
Hey, EJ, you tweeted out like 20 minutes ago, Q's not practicing today?
Yeah, so Quinyon had an awkward fall on, Tuesday's practice, right at the beginning, during one-on-ones against Hollywood Brown. And he watched the rest of practice on the sideline. He didn't go in. He didn't really have a long conversation with trainers. Just kind of was on a knee a lot, kind of just, again, taking it easy. They pulled him out of team in 7-on-7s. And it looks like no Quinyon or no Cooper today. Both of those guys are on, they were watching the rest of the team go through Indy. I'm kind of trying to find them now. I don't see him. I see Coop on the sideline right now. So I think those two guys won't practice. We'll see what they are on the injury report. We'll probably get that in the next 5-10 minutes. So yeah, keep an eye on Twitter for that one. But yeah, I wouldn't be too worried because, again, if Quinyon was seriously hurt, I think he would have gone inside when he sustained the injury. But yeah, sideline today.
What else is happening? What do we got today?
Yeah, so from Nick today, kind of poured cold water on the Darius Cooper hype. I think the framing of the question was, is he starting to play his way into more playing time? Nick basically said, there's a lot of time left in camp. Let's see, I got a couple notes here. The interesting topic from Nick's press conference today was turnover avoidance. You know how much Nick prioritizes avoiding turnovers.
Yeah.
And, field target and how those are higher risk throws. I mean, you saw it with the clip they put out, right? If you're thrown over the middle of the field, there's a higher risk reward there. And Nick always defaults to, and I thought it was interesting he said this, he's like, it's not his job to lead the NFL in total offense. It's his job to lead the NFL in win percentage, which I think tells you what you need to know about where he is on the risk reward throws. So, I think his philosophy is one where he doesn't think that they're always mutually exclusive. They're not always at odds with one another. But obviously, we've seen
Have
this
you
offense
heard
be conservative.
has he heard the statement, the old adage, no risk, no reward?
Yeah, you got to risk it for the biscuit, right?
That's it, EJ. Risk it for the biscuit, boy.
Yep.
I mean, this guy, how conservative can you be? It's the cost of doing business sometimes. You throw a pick. So what?
I agree. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting thing to watch play out. He's been presented this question a few different times, and his answer always defaults back to the turnover avoidance. So, how that meshes with this offense it's a big question, specifically for the passing game. I said on yesterday's show, every day I kind of check back in with the big questions we had going in, right? How does the O-line look? feel like that group looks pretty good. I've got some questions about Landon. I think Cam looks pretty encouraging so far. You talk about the defense. The defense looks like a top 3 unit in the NFL through these first couple of weeks of practice. And how does Jalen look? Jalen looks comfortable in this team. I think that how Nick squares the turnover battle against maybe the risk that you need in this offense sometimes, that's one of the questions we still haven't gotten the answer to.
What's his plan for Saturday?
Yeah, I'd be shocked if the starters play. And maybe the defense, because Vic's got a little bit more cachet than Nick, as crazy as that sounds. But Vic has been able to get his starters to play a couple series. I bet you that it's not this game for those guys. Maybe next week. But we'll see. We will see. I don't expect to see the starters. Nick kind of keeps it open ended. Said that, they're still working through all that stuff. So yeah, it's a TBD. But my inkling, and from asking around, talking to people, I don't think you'll see the starters on a Saturday.
Yeah, but I don't think so either. But week 2, preseason week 2, you got to see starters, right?
Yeah, they're coming off the joint practices. They might argue we had the 2 days of work there. I think the offense could use a series or two.
They got to play. No.
Yeah. It depends. Like, if you're asking me, should they? I think they should. Will they? Is a different question.
It's a game
I think there are people.
Well, you got to go through.
Yeah.
All it's a new cadence.
I agree.
All that stuff. You got an entirely new scheme with an offensive line's different. A new O-line coach. You got new verbiage. Getting plays in. They gotta play a few series.
Yeah, new play caller. Hear the voice in the helmet before week 1. I agree with all this stuff. I think they should play. I think that there are people in this organization that will argue like a sloppy first quarter in week 1 is better than having injuries lingering into the season. And I don't think that those two things are mutually exclusive, but I think that people will make that argument in this building. So
who are you talking about? You talking about the coach?
Medical staff. I think it's medical staff. And listen, they'll point to the fact that the Eagles have been incredibly healthy for 2 Super Bowl runs in the last 5 years. That will be their argument. And they'll say that this is a big part of it. The way that they manage training camp, they say, is a big part of it. I think you could probably find a happy medium. That's what I would be arguing for. But, I've covered this team long enough where I'm never optimistic about seeing these guys for a long time in the preseason.
Yeah, I listen, nobody wants – I'm not looking to risk anything, but I think you need to work. I just think, it's football, man. Like, you got to work.
Yeah.
Yeah,
we've seen Vic get his way on this one, so maybe Mannion and Nick can push for it. Because I agree with you. I think the procedural stuff is important for these guys.
Yes.
It doesn't have to look amazing. It's just you need to get those reps before you're in a live environment. Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else, buddy?
Let's see if I got anything else for you. You know what? One quick thing. So everybody will be talking about how the offense looks in the preseason. I think you'll see their base stuff just because, it is their base stuff. But Nick made a mention. He noted that in 2021, he said that they showed too much in the preseason. He said it came up a couple of weeks in the season that, something that they had showed in preseason, a team was prepared for. So he has definitely harped on and emphasized being vanilla in the preseason. All these guys are vanilla in the preseason. They don't want to show too much. But as, they're trying to figure out how Sean Mannion approaches it, I still wouldn't expect to see him have a very diverse menu that he's working with in these games.
I got you. Are we going to see Tanner? Like, will he start?
I don't know who will start because they've been rotating those guys. It wouldn't shock me to see Dalton start, honestly. But I think you'll see both of those guys a good amount. And then you'll see a lot of Cole Payton as well. I think they'll probably give Payton maybe the fourth quarter, maybe the second half. I think they're going to want to see what they have in him. But yeah, I think that Dalton, I probably would guess Dalton. When they're splitting those guys, when they're splitting the reps, we see Dalton first up more than McKee at this point.
I don't get that. A little
Neither do I. He's more comfortable in the scheme, so he looks okay out here. But, McKee has proven it, and he's still an ascending player. I favor McKee. When I did my 53, I was torn on those guys. If I had to pick one, obviously I'd pick McKee. I'd say you try and flip Dalton for what you can get. But, yeah, they kind of find themselves in a weird spot with the quarterbacks right now.
Yeah, that's weird.
Is it wrong for me to hope Andy Dalton looks terrible?
Yeah, no, I get it.
I love him. You want him to look good so that they can trade him.
Yeah, then there's that. Well, that's for sure. Great stuff as always, buddy. 2:00. Looking forward to
2:00. We're doing our 53s today, too. So you got to tune in, see who we have on the roster.
Love the 53s. Oh, that's good.
You got to remember, Ant, I'm the king of the beats right now. Co-king of the beats. I've won this competition that we do amongst the beat reporters, predicting the 53 2 years in a row. So I'm going for the three-peat.
Let's go.
That's awesome.
Let's go.
That's impressive, dude. Picking the beats. Only right here. All PHLY's E.J. Smith, the Eagles insider. You got to get every day. You need your Eagles fix. You got to go with EJ. My brother, we love you. Thanks, buddy.
All right, guys. Talk
Field
soon.
of Dreams. Solidarity. See you, buddy.
EJ's like the Joe Lenardi of
Yes.
picking the teams.
Oh, the roster.
The roster, there were 53.
Yes.
Joe Lenardi with the 68.
How about that?
Have to link them up. Local guy, Joe.
Yeah.
He came in and spoke to our kids last year about like how he got into his role. Lenardi, pretty cool.
It's an amazing story.
He literally
into a cottage industry.
Yeah, he literally just like, I loved analytics. I loved sports. I had to figure this out. So I just was like dove into statistics. And then like, he's like, this was just very interesting to me. Like he told his whole story way through it. It was really cool. Because just to show kids, like, if you love sports, it doesn't mean if you can't play, you're done.
Yeah,
There's like a lot of different avenues.
I do hate the numbers, though. I do. Like, I don't. You know what it is? You ever see the guy on Sunday Night Football? They'll do the playoff percentages.
Yeah.
And who's the guy?
Oh, he's a guy from like their new, like he does elections and stuff.
He does
like
election guy. Yeah. He's in there. With the
And
boards.
like,
Yeah.
like 64%.
Yeah.
Come in and got this, and he's doing the iPad.
He is skilled on that board, though. It's
He's
crazy.
great on the board. Listen, he plays the board like it's a piano.
Yeah, he does.
Like, it's really good.
Yeah, they're tough to
But
work.
I go, God, stop. You make
Yeah. No, I hear you.
making my eyes bleed.
But yeah, EJ, 2 years in a row, man.
Thinking of beat?
Yeah.
That's impressive.
Pretty good. Pretty good. All right, we're going to take a quick TO, come back, and it's fantasy football time, baby.
Let's go.
All right.
All right?
Let's go.
And the Geek will join us.
I got a couple questions for him.
No, the Geek, well, listen, do you know about the Geek?
I've seen him on the show. I've never met him, but
Yeah.
I've seen him.
The Geek is a brilliant mind
All right.
when it comes to fantasy.
All right.
He has a website called DFS Army,
Oh,
and it's all about the daily fantasy. And he has a Sharp app.
Sharp app's
For
good.
the Sharp app for all the VG's a big Sharp app guy.
Mhm.
I'm about to check that out.
Yeah, like he's a Sharp.
I'm about to subscribe to the
Geek.
Sharp.
Yeah. All right, but first, a word from our friends. Let's talk about the BetPark Sportsbook online casino app. So it's a pick'em tonight in Iowa.
Yeah.
All right, in the middle of the cornfield.
Yeah.
NOLA, does that ballpark play a certain way?
That's a good question.
I don't know. Is it
Over
is it like a
8.5.
8.5?
8.5 is kind of low.
It is low. I'm thinking that was more like a Sutter Park, where like Sacramento, where the ball goes out. It's a minor league stadium.
That's what I would have thought, but it seems pretty low.
That is a low total.
Yeah. What's the dimensions? Where's the corn start?
Well, look it up. I'd be curious.
Yeah, you
Check
got
it out.
Check us out.
Where's the corn start is right. But you can take a play, have some fun with it, man. All the stuff and all your preseason football is right there, and all your slots. You can have poker and blackjack and roulette and craps and all the slots right there at your fingertips. New customers get $500 casino bonus back in the first 24 hours, 250 spins on the Sahara-themed slot game. BetParks.com is all the details. Got to be 21, PA, New Jersey, Michigan. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Know that moment, the one you realize you left your favorite sunglasses at the beach, on the roof of your car, at a gas station 3 states away. Well, I've been there too, because I left a pair of really nice sunglasses at a hotel in Toronto, and I was screwed. And then I was hesitant. Did I want to buy nice sunglasses like Shady Rays? And then when I did buy them, I'm afraid to wear them. Shady Rays changes everything. They've changed the game, because these sunglasses are made for real life, seriously good looking, polarized, durable, not stupidly expensive. And here's the wild part. If you lose them, break them, day one, Shady Rays will send you a brand new pair. No guilt trip, just replacements. So now I actually wear my sunglasses everywhere without fear. Concerts, mosh pits, on hikes, traveling through the city, on a boat, wherever, because Shady Rays is the eyewear that has your back. So go to shadyrays.com and use the code PHLYSR for 50% off 2 or more pairs of polarized sunglasses.
All right. We're getting ready for the Field of Dreams game tonight on Netflix, which I love. I'm into it. So I asked you, VG, what is this is the third year they're doing it?
Yep, looks that way. 2021, White Sox beat Yankees 9-8. 2022, Cubs beat the Reds 4-2.
4-2 and 9-8. What do you glean, Danny D? You're a sharp.
The numbers thinking everyone's gonna go over. I got trying to be a sharper. I might have to go with the under. No, might throw a gem.
Oh, you're gonna go no.
From the chat earlier, Ray from Philly. Nola pitching tonight. Those poor corns tonight.
By the way, can I say one thing? Jersey corn greater than Iowa corn.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You big
Jersey
corn,
is the white corn.
big corn on the cob guy?
I love corn on the cob.
Yeah, I love that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, who doesn't like corn? You eat it off the cob?
Oh yeah, you got to
slice it off.
Nah, eat the cob.
Yeah,
Eat the cob. Yeah.
You got to go cob.
Yeah.
You can't go. You can't.
Yeah, I can't have that.
Anybody who does that is weak.
Yeah. Just go get it from a can then.
Yeah, exactly.
Get it from the can. You don't
Nobody's-
deserve
I don't
deserve the
even-
cob, man. If you're not going to eat it, you don't deserve the cob.
I agree.
Get it out of a can.
I agree.
I ain't having it.
And canned corn's weak. That's why they call it canned corn. Canned corn.
Well, you know what they call it? I found this out a couple years ago. Why they say can of corn?
No.
And old stores, ABC, straight up. The corn was third up. It was just straight like a pop-up. It was like the third one in.
Ah, can of corn. Look at that.
It come right down. I asked.
That's great knowledge.
Yes, it was like supermarkets and corner stores. Corn was the third one. It was just straight up. First line straight up.
Wow.
Can of corn. Drop right in your hand. There you go.
Oh, that's great knowledge. That's great corn knowledge. All right, joining us.
Cream corn?
No, anti-cream corn. I
I
don't
like
like
the
it.
cream corn.
You like cream corn?
Yeah, man. Cream corn's solid.
I don't like it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'm indifferent with it.
I don't like all that. You mess it up. I don't like any. I can't. I don't eat. I won't eat corn in a can.
You don't do canned corn?
No. I will only eat
frozen out of a
corn.
bag.
No. I will only eat corn on a cob. That's it.
Just a cobsman.
I'm just a cob.
Just a cobsman.
I'm a Thai cob. That's it. All right. Joining us now, he is a sharp. This is a big deal.
Now, has he changed his decor? We still have to look at this Jet stuff behind him.
He's a kid's a Jet fan. What do you want?
No, he just changed the angle. I just wanted to change
He's
the
not like
angle.
he's a Giants guy. He's a
Change
Jets
the
fan.
angle.
It's the Jets. Who cares?
Right. In fact, I always respected him more. He's from New York.
I
Yeah.
understand that.
He's a
That
Jet fan.
franchise
He
is
could have
cursed.
been. He could have been a Giant guy.
That
But he
franchise
chose
is
to come
cursed.
around. Right, Danny D?
That franchise is cursed. I mean, if he's still rocking with him, good for him.
Yeah, that's exactly right. Let's welcome our man, the Geek. What do you say, Geek?
Ah, better angle.
What's going on, fellas? Long-suffering Jets fan. Long-suffering. Many,
good
many
for you.
years of
I-
suffering.
You gotta back up, though, bro.
I respect the loyalty.
Full hornets in your face.
Hey, there you go, brother. It's so good to see you, man. How's the girls?
Oh, everybody's great. I took my oldest to a Guns N' Roses concert last night.
No way. You did the GNR? Look at that.
Axel,
How'd Axel sound?
better than I thought he was going to sound. Like, let's be real. They weren't that great. Even back in the day, they were not the best live band because of the screech he tried to do. So it sounded pretty authentic. It was good. Fun times.
Good. Ah, that's awesome, brother. You're a good dad. You're a real good dad, buddy.
Good kid.
All right, let's get to it, because I was bragging about you with your DFSArmy.com and the Sharp app. In fact, VG's a big user of the Sharp app. Danny D is all going to be about the Sharp app. Like, people in the know, they use the Sharp app.
We're all about, Sharp is all about advantage betting. We've dived into prediction markets and some other areas too. So, we got a lot going on there. And I wrote a book this offseason, cuz.
Nice. What did you write about? Fantasy?
It's the DFS code. It's called Cracking the DFS Code. And I was finally able to take all the data that we've gathered over really the last 12 years of doing this, but really the last 4 years, and dive in. I used AI to query everything and try to figure out those perfect angles. One of the biggest things we're just finding are I would say errors in how people assume that games will play out, how game flows work. I'll give you one exciting nugget, because I know we want to get into fantasy rankings, but there's always been this big question about like how quarterbacks perform when they're a massive favorite. Right? Isn't that one of the biggest questions? Everybody always wants to look at these games.
So can I guess?
Total.
My guess would be you do not want the quarterback who's the big favorite.
You are correct. You want to avoid the minute that team is more than a 10-point, even a 7-point favorite, it starts to really go downhill. But as soon as a team becomes a 10-point favorite, the way the games play out just do not favor big games from the quarterback position. They tend to be, kind of either taking it easy in the fourth quarter. You know how when you get those explosive performances, it's usually because it's a close game, and at the end, it's one drive and the other team scores, and now we got to come back. And a lot of times you can get those, you can almost score a full game's worth of points in that fourth quarter in a close back and forth affair. That's what we're looking for, and you just don't see it when a team is heavily favored. So, but we all have these memories of that time Lamar Jackson went down to Miami as a 10-point favorite and put up a 50 or something like that. So we remember, our brain remembers that one time when it doesn't work. And so you get this pushback, but the data doesn't lie. The data is beautiful. Love the data. Been in the basement.
Wow. That's good stuff, man. What's your book? What's it called? People want to buy it.
The book is called Cracking the DFS Code, and it's available on Amazon, download, Kindle, all that good stuff.
Congratulations, man. That's great.
Thank you. Yeah,
that's
really cool.
Awesome. Is it just football, or is it all basketball and baseball and everything?
Full focus on football. I did something in DFS Army for showdowns as well, which is even more predictive just on those single game contests, because after I wrote the big book,
I don't understand those things. Like you got, like, you'll have these showdowns, right? It's one game. And how in the world, when you have a zillion people in the contest, can you zero in on an outcome? It's just the same guy. It's the same. Everybody's picking the same guys.
I'm going to tell you how you do it. And if you break up the game by archetype, and this is what I did in my report, I broke up the game by archetype. What does it look like when it's an under 40-point total? What happens in those games? What happens in a 50-point? You want to hear another crazy thing? I'll give you some crazy ones. Like in 50-point, in high-scoring games, people also, when it's more than 50 points, we tend to think, the quarterback, the favored running back, for example. So it's a big game, 53-point total, fairly close. We're thinking the running back is going to be the guy here. The running back only hits at about like a 3% rate as the highest scorer in those games. It tends to go to the wide receiver position. So not all the time, but what I'm able to do is figure out these archetypes and narrow down the most common outcomes, and especially ones that the field is unaware of. Like your competition doesn't know this because they don't have the data. So what I then did was lean heavy into the correlations and those archetypes, accepting that, hey, sure, sometimes you're not going to win because sometimes that favored running back is Jahmyr Gibbs and he goes crazy. But more often than not, you stick with the archetypes, and over time, I've been able to hit about a 20% win rate on those in back testing using the data, which is unbelievable. Like 20% win. You're lucky to win once in a season when you play these, and we're hitting 20% right now in back tests. So very excited for the upcoming season.
Look at that.
I'm looking at Amazon, new releases in the fantasy sports. You got the fourth best-selling book right now.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go, man.
An author.
Awesome,
I told my dad. I told my dad to tell his sister that his son's in all. You want your dad to be able to show off a little bit. So I said his sister's very academic, has a scholar daughter. So I said, tell your sister that your kid wrote a book, Dr. Kevin.
You're an author. You're gonna say I'm an
professor.
author.
I'm an author.
Yes. That's fantastic. You got Keats and you got the Geek.
That's it.
There we go. Guys, it's an exciting fantasy football year. Are you guys drafting yet? What's going on?
All right, so we're getting ready for all of our drafts. Do us a solid, though. We got to take one quick TO, come back, and then I want you to go through positions. Who you're liking? Quarterbacks, receivers, running backs, tight ends. Who are your sleepers? How to approach it? early in the draft, late in the draft, what you're looking for. All right? We want the playbook. But first,
I got you.
a word from our friends. Oh, this is awesome. I got this thing. Football's back, and you can win big cash with Splash. Splash Sports and the All-City $500,000 Survivor Contest. 500 grand, $500,000. I got in it. We all know how Survivor Contest works. I mean, we invented it back in the day here. You pick straight up winners each week. You can't use the same team twice. Make the right picks throughout the season to avoid being eliminated. Now, the contest that we're in, $500,000 guaranteed payout. 500 grand, Danny D. Here's what you got to do. Go to allphly.com/survivor. You got to get in. All right, 500 G's, man. Can you imagine that? It's incredible. 500K up for grabs. So enter today. PHLY.com/survivor. That's allphly.com/survivor. Sponsored by Splash Sports. That's right. Skill-based contest, not sports betting. Open to U.S. residents 18+. Void where prohibited. Entry fees $25. Rules at splashsports.com/all-city.
We're in there.
How about it? You in?
We're in it.
You're in. All right, let's talk about TrueMark and our good friends at TrueMark Credit Union. I got something that you're going to love. It just rewards the way you spend your money, and that's why I love them, man. Kelly Body's the CEO of TrueMark. What a great financial institution. They have the Everyday Elite Visa credit card from TrueMark Credit Union. That's 4% cash back on eligible everyday purchases. Imagine that. So you get gas, or you're going to get new cleats, or you're going to get 6 pizzas to feed them. You get some cash back. And for a limited time, new cardholders get 0% introductory APR on purchases for the first 12 months, and then 17.99% APR after that. More cash back, less cash. Apply today, TrueMark.com. Stop by any of TrueMark Credit Union's 24 branch locations. Rates based on credit worthiness, 4% cash back on eligible purchases. Bonus categories capped annually. Restrictions apply. Visit TrueMark.com for details. Insured by the NCUA.
Hey, just a quick update from EJ. He says Q has got a glute injury and Cooper's got a groin injury.
Oh.
Q may have pulled a glute when he punted the ball after he intercepted it.
Oh, no.
Could have happened.
I don't want the groins. Always
The groins are scary, yeah.
Yeah.
groins, hammies, soft tissue.
Mm-hmm.
Got time.
Yeah. But I just never like.
Yeah, they can linger. I got you.
Never like it stuff. All right, let's get the Geek back. What's the buzz? Brought to us by Evans Pest Control. Zzz. Well, the buzz is fantasy, and everybody's getting ready for their fantasy draft.
Before we jump in, can I ask him one question?
Yeah.
All right, Geek Danny, very nice to meet you.
Danny D's the AD, one of the great athletic directors in the country, Penn Charter, one of the oldest schools in the country.
Beautiful.
So
Nice to
real
meet you,
quick,
Danny.
so I'm in a dynasty league. It's year 13, so it's a 3-round draft. Who should I be circling? I've been middle of the pack, so I either got to sell after this year. I gotta start tanking. I've been middle of the pack. I've been coming in like 5th, 6th every year. I won it early on. I've been struggling. Who would I find in this year's dynasty draft, which is mostly rookies, obviously?
Yes, it's definitely rookies, right? And what pick do you have this year?
I have the 5th pick.
All right.
6th
Fifth
pick.
pick is
6th pick.
6
I'm
or
sorry,
5?
6.
Yeah. Well, being a Philadelphia guy, you're in the Mekhi Lemon spot.
Okay.
Now, my suggestion though, if you're in this middle team, that's not a guy who's going to put you over any kind of an edge. And this is probably the single worst dynasty draft class of the 13 years that you've been doing dynasty. Actually, this would be the worst one.
Sounds about right.
My suggestion is, depending on your league, I'm looking to sell that pick, straight flip it for a 27, maybe add some players in there, sell off that team, get as many 2027 first-round picks. 2027 looks like the greatest draft class in the 13 years. As bad as this year's was, that's how good 27 looks. So I'm looking to sell off players in my dynasty league to unsuspecting and unknowing co-leaguers that are not aware that next year's draft is the greatest. Yeah, the sucker trade. Get rid of it. Go right in your. And here's how I do it. I'll show you how I accomplish it. I go to every single owner in the league without any discretion of who they are, and I just first offer them my pick this year for next year's first straight pick. Maybe they'll do it. Maybe to this year's first and third for their first next year, and just hope for a yes. If you don't get a yes, I'm still looking to sell that pick, but for a player. So that's basically what I would advise. I don't think Makai Lemon is going to be a difference maker for you at all.
Perfect. I'm in.
With no more picks, Price?
Yeah, I mean, if I'm there, if Price was there still, I'll take him for sure. If he's on the clock, I'm taking him over Lemon as well, just because of.
I like Price. Price going to be good, brother.
He looks good. Listen, first round running back.
This is always the 1 year with Harris and Neighbors. Rome. But historically, it's running backs that just fly off the board, and these rookie, that's back's always a position of need in our league. It's a 12-team league, so it's pretty
thin.
Thick, yeah, it's thin pickings.
Yeah, listen, Price though, the rare first round running back. In Dynasty, you have to look at draft capital as the primary driver of the value of the player, especially initially. And we don't get that many first round running backs. How often does that happen? 1 or 2 a year, sometimes none. So yeah, Price has that cachet of first round running. If he's there, I'm happily taking him.
All right, buddy. Let's roll through it. I guess let's start with overall strategy, then go to position groups.
Yeah, so Fantasy Football 2026, the meta, right? This is the year of what I'm calling robust running back early. This is not a season to mess around too much at the running back position, especially your best pick is actually 1.0. Jahmyr Gibbs is the #1 fantasy football asset, and he's in a tier all by himself. So if you get that 1 pick, you're sitting pretty good with Jahmyr Gibbs as your starting pick. That's the top guy. Bijan, I have a tier below him at the #2 overall. Then you get your wide receiver group. But in general, this year, I'm trying to come out of the first 3 rounds with 2 running backs on my squad already.
Who do you like as the second back? Because, there's always the star backs we know, but who's your second back?
Oh, so yeah, your RB2 on your team. I got a few options. Of course, if you pick at the end of round 1, some of those guys are coming in round 2. You're talking. I absolutely love Chase Brown, Chaz Bro. Chaz Bro. As long as Burrow stays healthy, he's an animal in that offense. I absolutely adore him. I'm a little bit sketched about Devon Achane. Just because of that Miami offense, probably not. I have a feeling he's going to get hurt. I just feel like I feel it in my bones when things go bad for a team. Sometimes that happens. So I'm a little concerned about him. But also, Kenny Walker on the Chiefs in round 2 as your RB2, spectacular. He's exactly what they need. He's the perfect specimen for the Chiefs. He's like if you took Isaiah Pacheco but made him much better. That's what Kenny Walker is. So love that in round 2. And I'm going to give you a couple of sleepers that you're going to get. So if you end up in the Puka or Jamar Chase spot and you don't get that running back in round 1, in round 4, Montgomery looking like Joe Mixon 2.0 for the Texans. He is not well regarded yet by the fantasy community. They're wrong. I'm right. They're wrong as usual. So it's just true. So,
I like it.
Yeah. So
I like Montgomery a lot. Yeah.
Listen, I love a defensive team like Houston.
Yeah.
You get this bruiser running back.
Yeah.
They're going to use him.
Yes.
They're going to use the bruiser. And they don't throw for touchdowns. They run for touchdowns on the Texans. Last year, the most miscast Woody Marks situation I've ever seen in all of. This guy cannot handle a load, was in the tent every single game. He's not that guy. There's no competition for Montgomery. And remember, last year I gave you Javonte Williams in round 9. And I said, I don't understand why I'm getting a starting running back for a high-scoring offense in round 9. This is crazy. They're wrong. I came on this show. I told you that. Everybody got Javonte. We crushed it. This year it's Montgomery, right? You get him in round 4. That means you have an extra wide receiver, or maybe you took Brock Bowers or some luxury tight end in round 2. So that's I also like Scattaboo, but I didn't want to get jeers here on the show. I was worried about the jeers.
Nah, no
Plus
jeers. It's business with fantasy.
Yeah, no, and of course Scattaboo has supremely high injury risk. Now, stick with the running back position for a second. I want to take it a few rounds later. You've drafted your whole team. Right, you've got your wide receivers. You picked up Parker Washington because you heard Kevin talk about him on the Gargano show. Get Parker Washington on your squad, and you're going a little bit further down, and now you're looking at those bench spots, right? And you have a lot of options, right? You've filled out a team. You're in about round 8. You got your whole team there. Your quarterback. We took a quarterback late. You know how we always take a late quarterback as well. 2 names in the very, very late rounds that are going, I believe, to elevate to starters and startable players on your team. Number 1, and this is my favorite of them all, Jonathan Brooks from the Panthers. Everybody forgot that Brooks was the first running back taken in his draft class, a guy who was injured, but they took him anyway. That's how much they were excited about his talent, cuz. They were excited about him. And then what happens? He has a faulty
This is elite
surgery.
information now.
Yeah. Well,
you're right. You're right.
They also, this is something that people don't know, but I got my doctors. I got my doctors in the back, make phone calls to my my doctors.
Hey,
they said,
you got people on the Rolodex.
Got to have a doctor on your Rolodex, right? So the understanding, why did this guy's ACL re-tear? What happened there? Is he just going to always have ACL? Because he comes back from the ACL tear, right? He comes back and then re-injures it again a few weeks into playing off of the initial ACL tear, where my doctor guy said this was not because he has some congenital defect. He said that the surgery was not done properly. And so, from whoever he went to, now he's gone to the Dr. Andrews or a better doctor who is an NFL better guy, and did the second surgery. Now he has a full year of healing going on. So basically my point is, I don't think he has some situation where he's always going to be hurt. It seems like that was situational to a particular surgery that didn't take, and that he should be good to go. And if he could stay healthy, he's competing with replacement level Chuba Hubbard, who is a great dude. And by all means, I hear he's like a team leader and the heart and soul of the team. Doesn't matter. The talent will prevail. So I think Jonathan Brooks takes over as RB1 for the Panthers, and you get him again in round 10 free. Same idea. This one isn't even, I don't understand this one, but Mason on the Vikings. Same
Jordan
idea.
Mason. Yep.
Yes. So first of all, he's competing with Aaron Jones, who's
a
very,
thousand,
very old.
banged up. A lot of miles on the legs.
So many miles, right? He's 30 plus. Listen, I'm 30. I get up in the morning, everything hurts. I'm sure he gets up in the morning, makes that noise. So give me Mason on that team.
Great. That's great strategy, man.
Yeah, these
I
are the
agree
guys that help you.
Everything you said, it's good insight.
Yeah, these are the guys that are going to help you win. When you're picking your bench spots, what are you going to do? Throw Jacoby Myers on there, some blah wide receiver that's not going to do anything for your team as a backup? No. I take running backs that have a chance to turn into starters. Jordan Mason was good once on the 49ers. People forgot. Like he was good. He was a good player.
Yes.
Now it was the 49ers. All running backs look good on the 49ers. It's the system.
Scheme, yeah.
But how harshly should we judge Jordan Mason from last year's debacle when the whole Vikings team was a debacle? Like they weren't even an NFL caliber team. They were a joke last year. So give me Jordan Mason late as another upside play at running back. That's a way to win this.
Last year you gave out the Woody Marks. I stashed him on my bench. He came through a bunch of times for me because of you last year.
He did come through, but we also learned that he can't really stay healthy for the course of an entire game.
Yep.
Like every one of those games, he was in the tent at some point. Like he literally went in the tent every single game that he started, and you were having a heart attack.
It was like he was doing a camping trip.
Yeah, this guy was going in the tent. He's lighting a freaking campfire. He's eating marshmallows, roasting them. And what are you doing in the tent all day? What's he in the tent? What do they do in the tent?
Yeah.
I don't know. One of these
Crazy.
days I'll find out what goes on in that tent.
All right, let's go positions. Quarterback.
All right.
Who do you like? Quarterback. Give us a couple tiers.
All right. So this is probably the most important thing for that. Well, always in fantasy football, but this year, very, very important. Quarterback position in 2026, the quarterback pool has expanded. Quality quarterback pool has expanded to the point where outside of like a Josh Allen level talent, the rest of them, and I pile almost another 7 or 8 into, quote, the rest of them, there is very little difference between these guys. So number one is I'm generally trying to be towards the end of my draft getting that quarterback. A lot of times you can actually get super studs this year much later than usual because they all bunch together. So if you're into like a Joe Burrow or a Jalen Hurts who's dropping this year after kind of last year's, let's call it concerns from the fantasy community, and then you go back a little bit down, I don't have any problem getting very late with a Trevor Lawrence. I love Trevor Lawrence this year. One of the later guys. Caleb Williams, got Ben Johnson out there saying we want to be the highest scoring offense in the history of the NFL. Good luck with that, but I like to hear it. I love to hear it. You got Jackson Dart, who, if Malik Neighbors is healthy, I know it's the enemy, but I love me some Dart. I'm sorry, I do. And then even if you're the last guy taking a quarterback in your entire league, all right, well, Stafford's not such a bad consolation prize considering that team has the highest projected scoring week to week of any team in the NFL. So them and the Lions, Goff, Stafford. So the main point for quarterback is do not reach early. Don't bother. This isn't 2022 or 2023 when you had Josh Allen and a bunch of ne'er-do-wells, right? Now there are actual other good quarterbacks in the NFL. And people forget, like 2 years ago, we were to the point where there were only 7 or 8 viable quarterbacks.
Yeah.
And then everybody in fantasy got this idea that I need to take one of the first guys because last year, everybody outside of the first, everybody who didn't have a Josh Allen, or that year it was probably Lamar as the second guy, everybody who didn't have those guys was at a disadvantage. That's gone. So the meta has changed. Do not worry about your quarterback. Get Trevor Lawrence. Get Caleb. Get Dart. Get one of those types later in the draft. Spend the early capital on those other stud positions like Montgomery and all the running backs that we just talked about.
All right. Let's go receiver since we covered the running backs.
Yeah. I'm going to give you a couple of fades in the first round. You don't hear this a lot. Not too many people like to speak fades.
Solid fade.
Fades are just as important as who you take, who you don't take. All right? So round 1 this year, I'm not touching they're going to hate me. I'm not touching Justin Jefferson. Listen, Justin Jefferson, great talent. We know, I don't know, blah, blah, blah. We know he's great. I'm throwing that aside. I don't trust Kyler Murray to deliver fantasy gold for any kind of team that I'm running as a fantasy guy. I don't trust Kyler Murray. He doesn't throw for touchdowns. Guy's 5'7", can't see over the offensive lineman's head. I know how that is, cuz I was at the concert yesterday. I had to stand on my tippy toes to see over the guy in front of me's head, and he was a whole step lower. He was a step lower. I feel it. Me and Kyler Murray, I get it. No one understands him better than me. I get it. He can't see, can't throw for touchdowns. Sorry, right? I'm not doing it. So Justin Jefferson, no. I'm going to give you another one. You'll like this fade. CeeDee Lamb, I'm out. I'm out on CeeDee Lamb in round 1. I'm sorry. Not that he's not a talent, not that he's not great, but he's just not better than George Pickens. He's not going to score more points than Pickens. I can get Pickens in the beginning of round 3. There's no point in taking CeeDee Lamb at the end of round 1 when there are great running backs available, when I could get George Pickens in round 3, let's say, and he's competing with, Travis Etienne for the right. I'll take Pickens. I'll take Pickens over Etienne, or Etienne as he says it's called. But in round 1, I'm not touching Jefferson. I'm not touching Lamb. I'm going for the running backs. James Cook is available at that time, and give me some James Cook. Give me a running back on a team that scores 5 touchdowns a week. I'm good with that.
I'll be honest with you. I wouldn't touch AJ that high.
AJ's going. I like AJ. I think so. Just a general thought. I do like AJ a little bit in round 2.
By the way, real quick, we are in overtime. OT in the city. OT with the Geek.
Go.
Overtime. with the Geek.
Right. Yeah. So back to AJ Brown, though. I think he's going to be a lot better. Listen, you're Philly guys. You all have your feelings about AJ Brown. I don't actually. What is the feeling in the city? I'm curious. But
it really. I mean, basically, it's whatever. He's gone. That's it. And I say that I love AJ as a guy, but I would if he's going like what? Where's he going? Second round?
He's going mid round 2. Usually after the stud second round running backs are gone. So he kind of like Marion Hampton goes, Chase Brown and Kenny Walker and whoever else. And then usually it's a kind of choice between like a Derrick Henry or an AJ Brown. He's in that zone there. I don't mind. I think the Patriots offense, I think Drake May is going after this season. All right, postmark this. After this season, we're going to look at Drake May as like the next guy right after Josh Allen. As of right now, he's kind of not looked at that way. There are a few others that I think Drake May is going to be that other super stud after this year. So I just like the Patriots offense to elevate even greater heights. They didn't have any pass count. Look at the guy was throwing to Keyshawn Boutte as his number 1 target last year. Let's be real. I mean, Hunter Henry and Keyshawn Boutte, and now you switch to at least AJ Brown. You got Romeo Doubs over there. So I think they are poised a little bit to take that next leap into not just regular elite offense, but like the best offense or one of the best overall offenses in the league. And AJ Brown will benefit. Similar, I like DJ Moore as well. I like the move to Buffalo. I like his chances of resurrecting. I don't think he was washed. Like he seemed kind of washed last year, DJ Moore, but he's another wide receiver that, man, with Josh Allen having no one else to throw to, I don't know how he doesn't have a monster year, and he's available late. I mean, there's a negative sentiment about DJ Moore out there that he might be washed. I don't think so. I don't think he's washed.
I like that pick. I like DJ Moore.
I don't know why I never like picking DJ Moore. I don't understand. I have that negative sentiment.
I didn't think. Yeah. Well, the quarterback play always followed him, right? I mean, like he had a young Caleb. Before that, he was out in Carolina. Like he didn't have playing with Josh Allen. I think is going to unleash him. He's a really talented guy. I just think it hasn't worked out for him with who was throwing the ball to him.
I agree.
I mean, he's had some of the worst quarterback play. He's done okay with it, and he had Caleb when he was kind of bad. It was concerning last year, though. I would say, like, you would have thought last season with the Bears he would have started to elevate. Caleb started to look better, and he looked. I thought DJ Moore looked a little better last year, just in terms of his production.
He also had a lot of targets, man. You got Loveland, the tight end, and then the other receivers, Burden,
Rome,
Dunze.
Yeah.
They had a lot of guys.
People are high on Burden this
year. Yeah. But people love
Burden.
I have
a few more names. I have a few more names in that zone that I'm aggressively targeting this. So at wide receiver, along the DJ Moore sort of bandwagon, when you get to that, first of all, I will say this because you'll love it. Devontae Smith is set up for studification in 2026. Like Devontae Smith will be looked at as possibly Jackson Smith and Jigba 2.0 this year, finally, with AJ Brown out of the way. Get him out of there because Smith normally saw, 4 or 5 targets a game. He'd have this pop game on occasion when those targets would go to 7 or 8 or 9. Now I think he's going to regularly get 7 or 8 or 9 targets because he's the main guy now. So in games last year or throughout the last few seasons, think about it. When A.J. Brown was out with an injury, Devontae Smith would step up and become this real stud player in terms of fantasy production. More of the same. So if I'm in round 2, I'm taking, and I've missed, or really the beginning of round 3. If I'm in round 3 and I've missed, or I've already got my 2 running backs in place, round 3 pops up. I need a wide receiver now. Devontae Smith, Ladd McConkey, those names are strong on my list in round 3. I love those guys to elevate. But as we get further in the draft, a few names that I don't know how on or off the radar they're going to be, but Parker Washington. Nothing but great words about Liam Cohen. If Liam Cohen speaks, he's like E.F. Hutton, cuz. You got to listen. That's a reference to the 80s.
Yeah. We had an E.F. Hutton reference 2 days ago. We were trying to explain it to our viewers what E.F. Hutton was. I'm gonna have
what?
To
oh man, I thought I was coming obscure with that one.
That's great. That's great. Do you know what E.F. Hutton is?
No.
Yeah.
I'm out of that.
Yeah. It's close. That's post, well, predates you, brother.
Okay. All right.
Elite commercial from the late 80s.
His late 80s commercial.
Yeah.
I was just born.
A money management,
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Probably around my
Yeah, you would
There we
know.
go.
my birthday.
You weren't trading stocks at 2.
No.
Probably losing money back then. So where was I? Oh yeah. So we've got Parker Washington,
Liam Cohen.
Christian Watson on the Packers. A lot of the garbage has been wiped away on the Packers. All of those competitors gone. Where are they? The Romeo Dubs is Wicks. You guys got one of them on the Eagles. Dubs is on the Patriots, and now quite honestly, Matthew Golden not that good. So I'm just keeping it real. Dude's not that good. So who are they throwing to? They're going to be throwing to Christian Watson as long as that man can stay healthy.
Don't sleep on Golden. Golden actually could play. You guys trust me. He showed flashes toward the end of the year. I always give you the football piece of it. He was a stud at Texas. He's going to get a lot of reps. Don't sleep on him. I'm telling you.
I hope so. Listen, I hope so because I hate seeing a first-round pick sort of fizzle out and not be good. I hate it. We'll see. But I thought he had opportunity
last year. Yeah.
Excuses. Everybody's got a banged up. Brian Thomas. How come everybody who sucked last year?
I always give you the football.
Christian Watson, solid pick, though. The guy's a touchdown machine when he's healthy. I think he's the most talented guy on the Packers. He was really, really great. Just injury issues with Christian Watson. So I like that in those mid-rounds. And another player that's flying up the boards in expensive, big money draft. I love to watch the ADPs on big money drafts. There's a few sites that host these $500, $1,000 drafts. And I like to see ADPs because those guys are a little bit sharper than the field. And one name that they absolutely love is Jalen Waddle heading out to
Denver.
The Broncos. Yeah. Denver. Paired up with Bo Nix. People think that they're a low volume offense. Bo Nix had the most targets of any quarterback.
Yeah.
He threw the most passes of any quarterback in the National Football League in 2025. Nix, who knew? I didn't know. They're spreading it around. I like the young Pat Bryant over there as well. The young guy, super studly. And for your best ball teams, there's a player out of Kansas City making waves.
Yeah.
A rookie, Cyrus Allen, I believe was the name.
Yep.
And no draft capital no draft capital. No real cachet whatsoever. The guy's just making plays, so I don't mind. I've been taking a shot with him with my last pick or my second to last pick in certain
Andy
formats.
likes those speed guys. He's a speed guy. And
yeah,
Andy
he's
likes those guys.
his new Martez Valdez Scantling, but maybe he can catch.
He can run, Valdez Scantling couldn't run.
Love it. Love it.
This kid's got legit speed.
One more fantasy football sort of important thing that when you're drafting your team this year, the tight end position, what to do. This is actually a spot where I think we can, because we're able to wait on quarterback this season, because there's no pressure at the quarterback. We can wait, even if you're the last guy. Again, you're taking Dart, you're taking Lawrence. Happy with those guys. So you can afford in 2026 to take a luxury tight end. You're not going to get too hurt by kind of wasting a third round or even a fourth round pick on a tight end. I'm a very big fan. Of course, Brock Bowers, you're going to have to pay the iron price in round 2 for Brock Bowers, but I think it's probably worth it. I don't know who else they're throwing to. There's literally no other pass catcher on the entire Raiders football team. He's the only one who can catch a pass. So he's the only guy. So name me a wide receiver on the Raiders. Throw the name out there. If you're not diving into fantasy rankings right now, you have no idea who the other guys are. So he's the only pass catcher. McBride in round 3, also totally acceptable. And then Colston Loveland in round 4, when everybody, you guys mentioned him before, when everybody is getting all excited about Luther Burden, who did very little last year and did not show any sort of ability to stay on the field, not because of injuries, but because whatever the coach didn't put him on the field for the whole game. Now, we're hearing all the right words about, progress and everything else. I say Colston Loveland is the primary beneficiary of the departure of DJ Moore and those up the middle routes, the middle of the field routes that DJ Moore was doing last year. It's going to be Loveland who benefits from his exit. And Loveland was already goading it up towards the end of 2025.
I'm a big fan. I like him. I'm a big Loveland guy, and I like Tyler Warren a lot.
Oh yeah, Warren, same thing. Listen, I'm just a Colts fan this year. Just a side note right there. Yeah, Warren as well. Warren, after Danny Dimes got hurt last year, he kind of fell off the map, and that possibility is there. I don't ever recall like a Daniel Jones healthy season. I can't even remember if he's ever even had one. Maybe one or two over that 8-year career, but that dude gets hurt. But while he stays healthy, yeah, Warren was doing great. So I want a luxury tight end on my team this year because I can afford it. I'm not taking, Lamar Jackson in round 5, and I'm not spending up on some quarterback. So I can afford the luxury of a tight end that I don't need to worry about. Now, I'll tell you another guy who I like late, and you guys are going to like this. I like, I like the Goddard on the Eagles. I don't mind Goddard as if I missed out on all the tight ends and I just didn't do that.
Oh, no, Dallas Goedert's going to be busy in this offense, new offense. His whole thing's health. He's always an undervalued tight end. He's actually a good fantasy tight end.
He hit a bunch of 20-point games last year that went under the radar, too. People forget that he pops. Everyone's like, what do you guys think of the new guy, the new kid over there, Stowers?
No, Stowers, don't
stay away. He's
not going to play.
Not going to play. So there you go. The only real concern that people had is like Stowers going to come in there and, demand some work. If not, I think Goddard benefits. Everybody forgot that like Goddard is actually one of the bigger beneficiaries of the A.J. Brown departure. Like everybody thinks it's Smith, which it is, but Goddard is the second prime beneficiary, and it's just not being accounted for. And I love that. I love when the field is making mistakes. What do? I try to come on here and tell you where the field is making mistakes and where we can advantage, because for the most part, information's really good. Everybody kind of knows the right stuff, but those little twists, like I said, those will be the difference between fantasy championships and, and 5th or 6th place, and, no money, but hey, I made the playoffs. Great job. Let's win some of these.
I like it.
Good stuff.
Great information there.
Yeah.
And
feel confident.
Boys?
I feel confident now.
I was going to ask Drake May. I got him as a keeper. Is he worth an 8th round pick?
Yes. Well, 8th round. Wait. How many other choices do you get? How many can you keep? He is worth an 8th rounder on the surface, but not if there's some other rules to that league.
Yeah, I can keep 2. He'd be one of my 2. I was going to do him and Nico Collins.
I would say this. I don't like keeping a quarterback if there's anything at running back or anywhere else that can benefit you. You'll find a good quarterback in that league. It doesn't matter. So like if you have like a Kenny Walker in round 4 or anything like that, I would sooner do that than the quarterback.
Okay.
I just need to hope my dynasty group didn't watch that. I'm going to try to swindle them when I get out of here.
Yeah.
You got to swindle those. First of all, kudos. You know how few people have a 13-year dynasty? That I have one too, but that was the first dynasty league ever.
I had the
like,
first overall
new.
pick. It was, I don't know, I had 2013 or is
no way.
Adrian Peterson.
Wow.
Yeah.
AP.
First pick.
That's awesome.
AP.
I love it.
I had the first pick
That's
back then.
cool, man.
Yeah. And then the following year, I think I drafted the muscle hamster.
Ah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Doug
fabulous.
Martin.
From Tampa.
He fell off quick.
He did.
Fell off quick.
Well,
the muscle.
Set me back.
Fuck
Set me back a
years.
couple years.
That's a
Muscle
tough
hamster.
one.
But
my first ever dynasty, also about 13 years ago, I drafted a super stud coming off an amazing rookie season with the Bills, CJ Spiller in round 1.
Oh my God.
That got me exactly
Spiller.
0 quality
like
seasons.
a mix of Darren Sproles and I had like a little shifty, quick.
Yeah.
He was always hurt though too.
Yeah, always hurt.
I got exactly 0 quality seasons from him.
Yeah. That sounds
Not
about
one.
right.
It was a disaster.
That's plus down.
I won it twice though, Geek. I won it twice, but I'm in a weird. I won twice early on. I'm in a weird zone right now.
You gotta go. You gotta tank.
This is my problem real quick. I have Josh Allen. I have James Cook. I have Devontae Smith. I have no running back depth though. I have Parker Washington. I have a bunch of solid receivers.
This sounds pretty good.
Yeah, but and Brock Bowers, but I have no depth.
You got Brock Bowers.
I'm not winning the league, dude. I'm not even. I've been coming in 5th and 6th every year.
Why don't you load up on the Geek's backs?
That's what I got to figure out. That's what I'm going to do.
Wait. I'm going to tell you something. You are going to win this. Okay, let me explain what's going on here.
All right, let's hear it.
Brock Bowers coming off a terrible season.
Yep.
Throw that out. You didn't get the benefit. Number two, you just had Devontae Smith elevate from a WR 2.5 to a WR1 solid. That's 2 wins. Win number three, Parker Washington. You got him for free.
Yeah,
and now he elevates to WR1 status, maybe WR2. But like your team alone this year has leveled up without you doing anything.
Yeah.
Now I want you to trade that first round pick for Kenny Walker.
Okay.
You're going to take Kenny Walker the third, put him in there right next to James Cook, and you've got a stud team at every position. You win it this year.
I gotta see who has Kenny Walker.
Sell-off,
You gotta do
no
it.
I
rebuild,
gotta see who's Kenny
no
Walker.
nothing.
I gotta look.
The Geek.
My man,
Let's go.
Like a doctor.
Let's go.
He's a doctor for your fantasy team.
I
Yeah,
will
see what
dock
I-
up your fantasy team. Hit me up at FFootball Geek.
Oh,
on
well, look,
Twitter.
I'm on the app. I'm buying it. We're getting the sharp. We're getting the apps. We're locking in.
He's
There we
getting the
go.
Sharp app.
All right, my buddy Keith Higgins has it. Hopefully he's not watching. He's got Kenneth Walker. I'm coming for him.
All right. If
Hopefully he
people wanna
doesn't
get a
watch
hold
the
of
show.
you, Jules, it's at what is it again?
At FFootball Geek on Twitter. I love my Philly people. I will answer your fantasy football questions at FFootball Geek. And of course, if for anybody who wants to play DFS this year and win and take advantage of me sitting in a basement for 18 hours a day with an AI machine and no sleep, no light, no windows open.
Look at him. He's so
dank
he's
down there.
so white.
Look at this
I
face.
mean, he's one of you creatures.
Yeah.
I haven't seen the sun, cuz. And I'm going to tell you, you take advantage of it.
Send the
Go sign up
text.
at DFS Army. You use promo code BOOK. You get 20% off, but I will send you the Cracking the Code series of books, showdowns and main slates for free. I
Look
just
at
send
that.
them out for free. That's how we
Lock
do it.
in.
I'm not trying to lock it in.
The trade offer has just been sent. already on
I
it.
love it. Watch you win. You're going to win your dynasty league, and you're going to be like, that guy, Kev.
We're
He
coming
told me to
back
do
to
it.
you.
I thought I was going to be
I said
rebuilding,
Kenny Walker
and
for
I got
my
another
first
championship.
and a sweetener? Question mark.
Oh, look at
Whoa.
that. And he's sweetener. I love the
Throw him that
sweetener.
third rounder.
we'll
the
see.
sweetener. Give him some bench
We'll
garbage.
see what he wants. Let's see how sweet he wants it. Let's see.
Yeah, brother.
Yeah.
See.
Head to Wawa for the sweetener.
I think the guys want Mekhi Lemon. He's a local stud on the Eagles. That's a valuable.
He also
pick
has
in
the
that
fifth pick.
Philadelphia
This
league.
guy, so it'd be. Or no, he has the seventh pick, so it'd be 6 and 7. He'd have
That's
back
good.
to back.
Back to back.
Could
You should
work.
do it.
Let's see.
Geek will be joining us during the season every week.
Nice.
So to give us all the updates and all the waiver wires and DFS.
Love it.
So as always, brother, we love your primer. We'll probably talk to you again right before the season. So enjoy. We love hanging with you. You're the best, buddy.
Appreciate you guys and love hanging out as well. Love you guys. Take
Thanks,
care.
Geek. The Geek. Geek. Check it in. That's good advice, dude.
The Geek's got a little swag to him too, man.
the
I
Geek's
mean,
strong.
He's won a bunch, so
Yeah.
he's got the
Geek-
confidence.
The
man.
Geek, I love it. He's
No, the Geek
huge
knows his
confidence.
stuff, man. I'm going to keep
Yeah,
my
he-
little note pad.
I'm all in. He sold me. The Geek got me. I'm
Like,
locked
everyone's
in.
making notes. Yeah, like, he's not like he's better than our World Cup experts we had in
For
here.
sure.
Yeah.
You think?
Geek talks it. He's
He's
got
better.
the data.
I
He
wish
wins.
he did golf.
You put Ben in the dumpster.
That Ben out. Yeah, Ben was
Out.
out. What? You had lost your phone.
Yeah.
I was trying to get
Hmm.
British Open picks.
Yeah.
That was when you remember.
Yeah.
playing
Yeah.
phone?
Yeah. Yeah. How did
You-
Ben do?
He was MIA,
How did
right?
Ben go?
And I go, dude. I text you. I go, need golf picks, and then nothing. I had nothing. Remember?
Yeah, you were working. We were all
I
working.
actually, all kidding aside,
Yeah.
came to work. I go, I'm worried about Danny D. I'm gonna have to go look for him.
APB out.
Yeah, I was gonna go. I was about to go out.
It's not like you not to return.
I know.
text.
I know. So
And he forgot his phone at the golf course. So Ben was horrible again. Horrible.
yeah,
Love him.
poor
But
kid.
yeah. Is he in?
And I didn't see him.
I wanted to get his opinion on
Probably down at camp.
I was
on that social media thing. He did it for the Packers.
running his pockets today.
Yeah. Yeah, it would be interesting. All right. That's going to do it for us,
Can we do
brother.
E.F. Hutton?
Well, you got it?
Yeah, we got it loaded.
All right. This is EF.
Are you educated?
All right.
Like, oh,
That's
but
the
he
This
is
is the
Hutton.
commercial.
All right, let's see.
All right,
it.
chat. This is before your time, the EF Hunt commercial that we were kids watching games,
Referenced twice this week.
and this would come on.
Oh, wow.
Now that looks like a very interesting situation. My broker's really enthusiastic about it. What does your broker say?
Well, my broker is E.F. Hutton, and E.F. Hutton says... When E.F. Hutton talks, people listen.
What year is this?
Early 80s, late 70s.
Oh, my God. That's amazing.
How great is that?
That's amazing.
When E.F. Hutton talks, people listen.
That's amazing.
How about the plane? They're on the plane.
Yeah, you're on the plane.
They're probably smoking cigarettes.
Yeah.
Right? Classic.
Amazing.
Classic. There it is. All right. Great job, boys.
Yeah, I had a blast.
Always love when you... What
Flew
do you
by.
got? You got anything you want to promote?
No, not yet. Oh, we'll talk about it later. I got a big time basketball kid at PC. Big time.
Oh,
We'll wait.
I want to...
We'll wait.
Let's
Big
go.
time. Big time.
Let's go. Love it. All right. That's going to do for us, everybody. We love you. Have a great day. Jules rules. Julia. Love you, Jules. All right. Chat. Like and subscribe, please. Like. How many likes we got? Can we get likes up? We need likes.
I see 68.
68. We got to get them up.
Yeah, we need more than that.
Gotta get it up.
Just hit do it. Just boom, 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 boom. It helps. Because you want to keep doing OTs and maybe third hours, Jules. Got to get it done. Got to sell it. Love you guys. Have a great day. See you in the morning for Friday.
We all silly like the mayor.